Welcome. I get to do the intros, don't I? Welcome to Leda Lanes, match number 5, contrary to the text caption. It's the World's Team Tournament, and we've got Academy Lanes versus A+ Accounting. Here's Sean Taylor versus Matt Harnett as the leadoff spot. My name is Greg Gouillart for Candlepin Bowling Network, and on the call is Paul Grant.
And Sean Taylor with the Casey McCool banana split. He's always hungry. Grrr. Matt Harnett, A+ Accounting, 5-time champions, defending champion from last year, a thriller over Fenway Academy. A match of a lifetime on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Sean Taylor, the police officer. Almost got it. His wife Melissa here in attendance. Matt Harnett, he made a terrific shot that 10 boxed for a spare in that final. Taylor takes a 10 to start the first of 3 strings. 2 points for a win, 1 for tie, 2 for total, 8 points on the line. Matt Harnett, a 9. Academy just took 5 points to 3 last match. They're 25-7, A+ right behind, 24-8 in Division 2, the right room. 12 teams on each side. Sean Taylor buries the pocket. He's got a 4-5 split. Greg Gouillart on the technology and the background vocals.
The Lord High, everything else.
Still trying to get him to sing a song. Harnett 1-3-10.
I'll let my late mother handle the Gilbert and Sullivan operettas.
Oh, Claire. Alone again, naturally.
4-5, excuse me, with that wood off to the side.
Taylor trying to kick it over. Right behind the 5. Matt Harnett leads up number 1. What a luxury of Matt Harnett. You laid a bowler. Sean Taylor, great bowler in his own right. I think very underrated. Great bowler out of Millis. Ryans takes a 9. 19-2 in the first of 3. Matt Harnett a 9. 18-2. Early 1-pin lead for Academy Lanes. They won in the 2018 and 2022.
We'll be joined by another member of that Academy Lanes championship team, Jordan Britton, along with Micah Imperato on the tech for the finals. We're okay. Josh Daley now. And Nate LeBlanc. Nate, a previous singles champion. I remember John Kafalas had the stream on that.
Josh Daley in the second spot. Boy, this guy kills everything in sight, destructs everything. Tasmanian Devil. Nate LeBlanc. It's not LeBlanc, it's LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
Hey, Matt. Daley, thin hit, gets 5 somehow. Look at this one.
Woof.
3-5, middle, 4-7 left, 10 right corner. McPhee, 8. His father here in attendance.
That's LeBlanc.
LeBlanc, rather.
I know you thought that.
Matt McPhee's up the 4th spot. Matt McPhee's father's here. Daley! Oh, will it go? Not quite. Give it a ride. Meant to say Matt McPhee's father's here. Nate LeBlanc's bowling right now. Daley 10 after that tough split.
Yeah, 3 tough splits already for Academy Lanes, implying the head pin, of course.
LeBlanc's on a spare. What a great game of Candlepin Bowling. It's unbelievable. It's sport for almost any age. Get the word out. Nothing like Candlepin Bowling. Left-hander from Danvers, Massachusetts, Josh Daley. His mother Mira here watching right next to us. 1-3, generous leave. LeBlanc, 5-8-9, triangle, 7 left. 16-1 in the first of 3. Our middle match today.
Looks buried in there, but just didn't drive through the 5.
Daley spare. 20 to ball through 2. Almost had 2 in a row.
Straight as an arrow, as ever.
Oh, what a try. He got it. How about that shot? LeBlanc, 26 in the ball through 2. There's a song called Me and My Arrow by Harry Nilsson. You can sing that song karaoke, Greg. Jeremy Seaholm, world champion. Academy Lanes on lane 32. Lane 31, our third bowlers.
I still got the text caption wrong. Match 5. Gregory. Nope, hang on a sec. Yes?
Matt McPhee's third, I guess. They'll change it around. So Matt McPhee is actually third now. They flip-flopped that lineup around last minute. And he was terrific last year in the World Finals all tournament long. Got the four spin right, the 1, 3, 6, 10.
And that's what they have up on the scoreboard as well. Yep.
Seaholm, what a try. Won't go.
Let me know if you need me to find any information. I can see things a lot better than you can from your perspective. Unfortunately, we can only do so much, okay?
Charlie.
And 10 box. And a 9 box for McPhee. Four pins up for A+ accounting. Yeah. Just let me know if you need to see anything. I know the standing room only is tough.
Seaholm, co-host of the Approach podcast with Danny Finn. Matt McPhee. 4, 6, 10. Won't be easy. Advantage Seaholm. He will just miss, not by much. McPhee trying to go 1 and 2. He got it. The ball got the 6 and 10. Wow, what a shot for a spare. 19 the ball through 2 for A+. 2 marks to 1 in their favor. In their favor, Seaholm a 10. 2 10s to start. 7 championship titles between these two teams combined. And these are the latest 2 winners, Academy in 2022, A+ in 2023. That 5-string thriller, 3-string thriller, I'll get it right, 3-string thriller last year on Candlepin Network on YouTube, A+ and Fenway Academy, a match of a lifetime. Justin Waters rolled for Academy Lanes.
Harnett on 17 apparently officially. We'll go there.
Now Gerry Dunn in the 4th spot. Waters so accurate, so deadly. 2-1 split, not anymore. And here comes the 3. Doesn't go right turn Clyde into the 6. That Clint Eastwood movie where Orangutan Clyde was the star of the movie. Gerry Dunn's wife here in attendance. Threw a 214 last year in league play. With the ball, strike, bombs away, baby! Great way to start this match. Waters right on, spare. 10 of the ball.
Juggernaut's going to war already. We expected that.
Three-pin lead for A+ accounting here in the first of 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Waters on the crossover, 7, 6, 9, 10 triangle, 45% to convert. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network, 17-1 here at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Gerry Dunn, a deliberate approach on a strike. Crossing over 6, 10 right corner, left side, 2, 4, 7.
I had to check a moment to make sure my stream hadn't frozen. Nope, that's just the poise of Gerry Dunn on the approach. I have an editorial correction or possible correction to make here, although I certainly trust our chat who's been giving us a lot of good information.
Great try by Waters, won't connect. Nothing wrong with that shot on the object pin. Dunn trying to kick it over off the wall, leads up the 4 and the 10. The wood rolls away, taps the 10 but won't go. 8 in the strike, 18-1. Waters takes a 10, 27-2. Gerry an 8 after a strike 8. 2-pin lead for A+ accounting, 2 marks to 1. Both all spares so far, and it's way too early first string. Again, 2 points for a win, 1 for tie, 2 for total. It's our 5th match. We do every morning, 9 a.m. in the Eastern time, 10 o'clock Atlantic, and 10:30 Newfoundland time. All the way through Saturday, including the quarterfinals Friday night, semifinals Saturday, and the finals on Saturday afternoon. Fireball, Danny Harris, in drop, 4-pin for a spare. left, half Worcester left, 2 in the 8.
Blake Doucette, let's call it the double crown winner, I suppose. Singles and teams champion last year in Moncton. At Fairlanes Bowling Center.
Harris, spare to start his match.
Ooh.
This is a monster match here. Not monster match, monster match.
So by the way, editorial correction. So I've been reporting that the divisions, the playoffs are within the division, but now my memory is getting doubted. I do believe this person is right here in chat, that it's actually left 2, right 5, left 3, right 4, and so forth. So actually, it's a 2 seed playing a 5 seed, but it actually crosses divisional lines. I'll confirm that, but that is my understanding. And I apologize for the earlier incorrect information. That'll make the matches very interesting. And that's right, the home matches are on the higher seed side, and the lower seed has to go across the divide here at Leda.
Both with 9 drops. Harris, second 9 drop, 19 through 1.
Now it's all coming back to me.
That's a song, too.
Everything's a song.
Harris, 2 in a row. 29 the ball through 2. He has 4 400s in the first 9 weeks of the Friday Night Pro League. Defending champion Central 3. He had only 1 last year. Like you said, knocks his down for a spare. After a 17 the ball through 2. Great start, back to the top of the order, and the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Hello. A+ Accounting and Academy Lanes currently in a 10-pin match right here, 2 marks apiece. So Academy Lanes off to a good start here. Daley 1, Waters 1, and Harris 2 marks in the early going. By the way, only 1 pin left standing on Academy Lane's side through that first salvo. That's a well-pinned string. We're at 10 boxes in its own right.
Matt Harnett takes down 6, 7, 8, even better, but a 2-8 half Worcester without wood. Useless piece to the right. Won't be easy. Seems to go better in your first shot than the second, especially for me. Sean Taylor in the pocket. He gets 8. 3 right, 5 left. Wood in between, slightly. Harnett missed it left. Taylor, 3 in the 5. Josh Daley in the on-deck circle with Nate LeBlanc. Harnett a 9. Sean Taylor a 10. Matt 26 through 3. Sean 29 through 3. Early in the first of 3. 2024 World Championship Team Competition. Harnett, look at this sleeve. 6 right, 8 left, my goodness. Sean Taylor on the cross, and this time the half Worcester right. 3 in the 9. Harnett trying to pick this apart somehow. Good effort. Taylor, good object hit, won't carry to the 9. Not an easy shot. Sean, another 10. Great pinning. 1 pin left in the deck. 39 through 4. Harnett a 9. Just 35 through 4. Slow start. Greg, the substitution policy, please, if you don't mind, in between your pizza slice.
Substitutions can be made before the halfway point, that is before the 6th box begins, and not on a mark. And yes, the pizza at Kegler's Den is delicious.
Karaoke every Friday and Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Kegler's Den at Leda Lanes. Nate LeBlanc, 4, 7, 10, 2 pieces of wood, side by side, on a spare. Daley on a spare after a 10, 6. 26 through 2, LeBlanc 33 through 2. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Another spare. Give him 3 in a row. LeBlanc 43 and a ball through 3. Daley clips right. Wait, how good can this kid get, Josh Daley? He'll be turning 25 in just a little more of a week from now. He had a 128 overall average, but he had a 136 in the Millis once monthly in Ryan's. That place flies. He gets an 8-box that time. 34 through 3. Josh has a high single of 199, also has a 192, a 189, 185, 184, 183, 182, 180. On and on he goes. Nate LeBlanc, 3 marks in a row, starting his match. Defending world champions, A+ accounting. And we're lucky to have Sean Dion not bowling this match. Both teams stacked top to bottom. Slight delay. LeBlanc takes his time on lane 32. 43 in a ball through 3. Just missed right. Bounces 7, maybe 6. 7 slides to the channel. 1, 2, 4, rearrange 7 on the spare. 49 through 3. Daley a chance with the 610. Looking for his second mark. LeBlanc over 4 in a row. He will get it. The ball sliced the 7 barely. 59 in the ball through 4. Wow. Daley right on. Splits the upright spare. He's got 2. 44 in the ball through 4. This is a fun match.
I mentioned Nate LeBlanc's singles victory. Matt McPhee has, by my count, 1 as well, defeating Steve Reno Jr. in 2010, 121 to 110. Thanks so much to Anthony Caron for treasure trove of Worlds data that we are indebted for. Love to have all the winners in one place for the information to share with all you folks.
Be a 5-time world champion, singles champion also in 2010. With the check mark, 5 middle, 3, 6, 10. Right here's Jeremy Seaholm. Beautiful ball, strike, bombs away, baby. 2 10s and a strike. McPhee's a 25 through 2. Left-handed, trying to uncheck it. Missed left. Now from Memberton Lanes is a 186 high single. High triple 463 in the World's Finals in the past. High 5 is 728. Deadly bowler. Flies around the 610 for an 8. 3-3-3. 3's a while. 33 through 3. 3 marks to 1 favor Academy Lanes. Down just 1 in the string. They have the virtual lead. And wouldn't this be a great final? You mentioned about so many teams here. From the Academy, others. I asked Matt's father, who's the better bowler? He said, no, my son's much better than I was. Very humble. McPhee on the nose, 2 perfect, spread eagle. 3, 6, 10 on the right. The pins on the left are the 2, 4, 7. Jeremy on a strike. On the nose, up the wall. It's going to be 7, make it 8. 4 left, 6 right. Trying to bounce it over. McPhee, good bid, rolls to the left, but can't go. Excellent try. Only 1% chance they convert. 20% for 10 boxes. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network without wood. Class A bowlers.
Yeah, McPhee having a rough go with 4 headpin hits, but no real quality leaves, but has made 1 for a spare.
See him try to pull it off. Oh, so close. 9 the strike, 39 through 3 in the update. McPhee off the eagle will take a 9.5 in the Richter scale. No rounding up, like I asked Greg to do last match. So 9 officially, 48 Make that 42 through 4. Seaholm a nice 10. 49 through 4 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Let's pause. 13.910 seconds for station identification from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Gives me time to point out that's a pin perfect 49 through 4 for Jeremy Seaholm here on Candlepin Bowling Network, featuring the best of the best bowlers and development leagues as well. Please like the video by hitting the thumbs up button if you're logged in on YouTube or Google, and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you're notified about all our future matches, at least for this week. Many more streams to come all week long.
Gerry Dunn, great career. All he has is just 3 200s, 214, 209, and a 206. A career high average of 132, currently around 120. And a true gentleman on off the lanes. Very fierce competitor. Justin Waters, 4 in the 10. First of 3 strings, our second match today. Able Construction Maria subs our final match today. That'll be match 6. Dunn trying to pick it off. 2 full on the head pin. 2, 4, 7, the 9 and back on the right. Justin Waters trying to send it over. Oh, so close again. Didn't miss by much. Guy is so accurate. He's a golfer. He has that swing. Clockwork rhythm. Gerry Dunn. Gerry with a G. Dunn with 2 ends. A 9. 35 through 3. Waters cleans it up for a 10. 37 through 3. You look at these lineups, like how can any of these teams lose?
The nature of zero-sum competition.
Seven titles combined for these two teams, world titles. Fourth box, first string. McPhee with a split, 2 and the 6. He's got Wood rolling to the 2. Nudge, it won't go. That could spin around. Gerry Dunn, 35 through 3. Waters, 37 through 3. He has the 7 left, the number 1 in front. Gerry crouches down, arms extended, winds up. He will not get it. Good try. Thought he might go a little more left. What do I know? I'm just a 110 league bowler bowling once a week years ago. Waters trying to spin it over. This is not easy either. And right in between the eyes. Gerry picks it up for a 10, 45 through 4. Waters' second chance at it. It'll be a 9, 46 through 4. Anchor bowlers now. Blake Doucette on the right, Danny Harris on the left. Danny zings that ball, just deadly accurate. All these teams, just fun to watch. Doucette has the 1, 3, 6, the 9 playing hide and seek behind the 3. Harris, diamond left. 2, 4, 5 in front, the 8 behind the 2. And diamonds aren't easy. They're a girl's best friend, but for pro bowlers, just 27% success rate. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. Blake threw that one away, not on purpose. Danny Harris, 123 average, 126 career high from Dorchester, Massachusetts. Part of Boston, Mass.
I missed a spare smudge, but Doucette was on a spare.
Okay. Let's make that 23 through 2. Thank you. Blake flies around for a 7. After all that, 30 through 3 the hard way. Danny Harris, the wood, piece of cake, 10, 45 through 3. 2 spares to start. Danny 189 high single, a high triple of 455, a high 5, 714 out of Lindy's in Quincy, Mass, where Greg did the Pro Series recently. Blake Doucette for A plus accounting. Buries the pocket, 9. Same spot takes it to 5, which is the king. Harris for a strike, he gets 9. He's dealing with the king.
in each of these 2 salvos, the 2 visits for the bowlers. Academy Lanes has only missed 2 head pins altogether throughout to this point in the match.
Doucette, right on, spare. 40 the ball through 4. Harris dance, that high piece of wood could be a roadblock. He missed left, trying to cap it. And Harris 54 through 4. Top of the order, time for an update from Greg Gouillart. In a sec. Munch, 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 munch.
11 pins, minus a mark for A+ accounting.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
8 marks to 6 right now, so A+ accounting has those 2 extra marks, but the pinning by Academy Lanes, only 5 pins left standing.
That was a mouthful.
Creating a big advantage here. So keep that in mind. With all those 10 boxes, that is now stacking up in a hurry. So despite the 2-mark deficit, they actually now lead in this string.
Sean Taylor, 39 through 4 without a mark, has the 3-9-7 left. What in between? Matt Harnett with his first mark. Strike! 45 plus 2 through 5. Here in the first of 3. That's more like Matt Harnett. And Halifax, Nova Scotia. Taylor leads at the 7. Good bid. Matt, 123 high current average, 132 career high for a whole season. As Taylor gets another 10. 1 pin left, 49 through 5 on the deck. Not too shabby.
Wild stat, if I'm reading this correctly, Gerry Dunn is the only person on A+ accounting that has not won the World Singles. Well,
there's a 9 for Sean officially, so 48 through 5.
Okay.
Matt Harnett on the bonus, 8. Wiggling 2, wiggling 7, doing a dance on a strike. 9s and 10s, usually demarks. Taylor for a spare. No, did not get it somehow. Wow. Bad wow. Harnett for a big 20, he missed right. 8 in the strike, 53 half. He's got a high single of 189, a high triple of 492. Taylor wasn't there for a 9, 57 through 6. Harnett rolls it for a 10. A Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third. Matt put a buck in. The Candlepins for cancer, 63 half. I'll pick on him later on, obviously. Josh Daley in the 2 spot with Nate LeBlanc, both on spares. Nate 59 in the ball through 4. He's got 4 in a row to start the match. Josh Daley's got 2 out of 4. 44 in a ball. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. $1. We'll try to get to talk to Matt Harnett later in the match if possible. He's a funny guy. Daley, 5, 49 through 4. LeBlanc, he gets 9, 68 through 4. Daley trying to pick it off. He does! Wow, what a shot for a spare. Third spare of the first, 59 of the ball through 5. LeBlanc for 5 in a row. Bang! 78 half plus 1. On fire here in Nashua.
that is a mark-perfect first half for Nate LeBlanc.
Once again, both on spares. High-octane bowls here at the World Tournament. Team competition, Daley drops 8. Wood bounces between the 2 and the 5. 67 half. LeBlanc on the head pin. He's got a check mark broken up. 3, wiggling 6, 10. 85 half. Going for 6 in a row.
67.5 getting blown out. Imagine.
Daley, another one. 77 of the ball through 6 for 6 in a row. No, too full. Nothing wrong with that shot.
Hey, LeBlanc accurate on every single second ball.
How dare he miss a shot? 10, 95 through 6. Spectacular start for Nate LeBlanc for A+ accounting.
Which means he's pin perfect.
You love that terminology.
Well, a perfect game in Candlepin, that's the more widespread terminology for all 10 spares and strikes.
Greg Gouillart will call the middle string. I'll be back for the third after this one.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Seaholm, 49 through 4. Matt McPhee on the left, 42 through 4. Seaholm drops 7, maybe 8. 3 doing a dance, finally falls, 9 to the 10. Wood to help. 3-2 split for McPhee. Jeremy for a spare. He got it. 59.5 plus 1. Second mark. Matt McPhee trying to kick it over. Slides it over. The wood taps it twice from front behind. Not having it. Give it a slow motion ride. Cleans it up for a 10 box. 52.5. What a great battle this is. It's a 2-ping lead for A+ accounting.
Still a mystery. We're going to have to look into the entry angle of McPhee's ball. Just it's not working out for him right now. Hasn't got a good-looking leave, really, on the head pin.
Academy Lanes has 2 spares to 1 in their favor. They got the virtual lead. Seaholm just missed right. Comes back for the 2 and the 4. 1-7-9-10. McPhee 7-1-3-9. 4-pin lead officially for Academy Lanes now. Seaholm, what a bid. Nothing to show for it. 7-9-10. My goodness. McPhee pulls away. Seaholm trying to get 1. None for a 7. 72 through 6. McPhee, nice 10. That's a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Greg, is there ever time for that? Good time for that?
Not really, but it does gain half a mark.
62 through 6 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Greg, how can they get notified we go live?
By hitting the subscribe button and hitting the bell icon, of course, on Candlepin Bowling Network. Tell your friends, Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Thank you all so much to the bevy of you who have subscribed already. We and the bowlers are beyond grateful.
Waters World, Justin Waters. Where do we got that nickname from? 46 through 4. Gerry Dunn, 45 through 4. Not on marks. Believe it or not. That was a good song, too, by the way. The Greatest American Hero theme song in the 80s. Greg. Waters crossing over. 5 to 10. You know that song I'm talking about? Believe it or not. Great song. Joey Scarborough. Jerry steals 8, 4 in the 7. Big break. Waters, almost like a V-shaped angle wood. For a spare, he has it. 56.5 plus 1.
Clean shot going around that front piece of wood and gets the ball deflection.
Jerry's turn. He balls it into the 7. Matching spares, 55 at the half plus 1. 2 spares for each side. A 1-pin lead for Academy Lanes.
11 marks to 10. This is going to be good. 1 extra mark for A+ accounting, to be clear.
What a smooth ball. Goes right. 7, 1, 2, 10. 63 half. Jerry's on his spare. He crosses over, gets 9. The wood rolls to the 2, won't go. 64 half. Waters trying to send it over. He got to kick off the wall, can't quite get to the 10. Jerry's a high triple of 480, a high 5 of 715. Jerry doinks it. Missed that chance. Not happy with that one. Justin Waters, deadly pinner, is accurate as usual. 10, 73 through 6. Gerry, a Paul Grant special himself, missed the second, make the third. We have 3 of those already today, this shift. 74 through 6. And now it's a 1-pin lead for A-plus accounting. 1 spare for each side. Anchor bowlers, Danny Harris, 54 through 4. Blake Doucette, 40 in a ball through 4 on his second mark. Look at Avon Valley Lanes. Over 10 years of Candlepin bowling. Nate LeBlanc got him involved. Harris, strange lead. Look at this one. And look at the other one. 2 tough ones. Harris, good bid. He almost got it. He's at the 6. Danny born on Veterans Day. Birthday come up on Sunday, Monday actually. And that one got away. Red Woodside on that far left, the red shirt. Other match. Harris at 10, 64 half. Doucette, a rare 7, 51 half. Ed Woodside, the red shirt, and the other coverage over there on New England Flooring. What a great bowler he is over the years. Steady Eddie. We'll see New England Flooring eventually this week. Danny Harris back in the head pin, a clipped wing eagle. 38 years of Candlepin bowling, Danny Harris. He's just been unconscious this year. Very clutch. His father also was a bowler. 1 world title in 2022 with Academy Lanes, 3 Friday Night Pro League championships, including last season. Danny gets a giggle out of that one. He missed it. Another tough leave for Doucette. Blake, what a bid that was. Goalpost. Pick your favorite pin. Right hand is 10 to go for the 7. Left hand is 10 to go for the 10. Not necessarily, but usually. Harris only 7. 71 through 6. Doucette an 8. 67 through 6. Top of the order update from Greg Gouillart.
Taking a look here. 3 pins the advantage. That's all. 353 to 350. All those marks. 21 marks combined. 2 bowlers, Sean Taylor and Danny Harris, all on their head pins. And the head pins are, by the way, 25 to 20 in favor of Academy Lanes. But the number of marks, 1 more strike in favor of A-plus accounting. It's how you follow up. Matt Harnett drops 9 there and leaves the 5 pin. Sean Taylor, triangle 3.
Thanks, Greg. We got a special guest to talk to us. Both bowlers not on marks right now. Bill Travers. Bill Travers?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Very good, you.
All right, hold on. We'll get the microphone on here. Try it again. How you doing, Bill?
Having fun watching bowling.
You haven't bowled in a long time. Why not?
Bad back get you out. And,
How long have you had a bad back?
probably since 08, 09.
No. Curly says, about a week back.
Yeah.
Three Stooges reference.
I like golf, so.
You can golf with a bad back, but you can't bowl with a bad back.
Well, I have a good strap.
Okay.
And I got good drugs.
We won't talk about that one.
No.
Drug test. Talk about your championship times in Candlepin bowling.
We had 2 great years with Craig Holbrook and John Zappi, Jimmy Powers, who is now 82 years old. Our Leanne Zappi got us together a month ago for a dinner because Jimmy's 82 and getting old. So we thought we'd get together and have a good time and reminisce. Bobby Whitcomb, another one. John Lang. We were all close friends for years and years. And then I got away from bowling completely so I wouldn't miss it.
A quick update from Greg Gouillart.
Just an $8 and a $7. And now over to Nate LeBlanc and Josh Daley.
Okay, Billy Travers. Like Bill or Billy?
Billy.
Billy's fine. Billy the Kid, right?
It's friendlier.
So,
My father was Bill.
Are you
So
the,
if somebody
you're the,
calls
sec- you're
me
the second?
Bill, huh?
You're the second?
No, I actually am not.
You Bill the 16th? Bill the 16th?
No.
So talk about your world championship teams. You won it twice.
Yes, the 1 year.
Maria Subs, 1998,
Yeah,
2008.
98 match, I think that was against a Canadian team,
Okay.
the real good Canadian team. And we came out with like a 750 the first string or something. So we kind of.
Did you carry the team?
No, but I was in the middle. They protected me. But, we just meshed. You're bowling in these faster houses than we're used to from the South Shore of Mass.
Daley for a spare. He has it. Okay, Billy, continue.
So, in close matches, we'd grind out an extra 10 pins or so, and sometimes that was the difference.
So tell the viewers, what lanes did you bowl on? Maybe a high single, high triple, high five, things like that.
We bowled in Bangor. I want to say it was right in the middle of the house. I don't know. I know in one match, I bowled like a 450 something, which is probably my high. I actually came in off the bench for somebody. So they kind of meshed together. At 98, I'm having a hard time remembering 98.
You remember your high single?
Oh, probably 165, 170. Altogether, it was like 205 one time.
Daley 7 in the spare.
So another one who's with me, Richie Borgnano, was on that team, both teams. And he just said, hey, what are you doing today? Let's take a ride up and see some of the guys. And it's nice to see guys we bowled against. Made a lot of good friends up in Canada and Massachusetts. And that's normally when we saw them. So we all are a lot older 15 years later. I just turned 72 in end of October.
Oh, spring chicken.
Yeah, I can still play golf.
Okay. Get a hole in one yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
In a tournament, too.
Awesome. You win some big money?
Like $300. Nothing big.
Billy
I just won 12.5 out in Vegas.
Wow. I love you, man.
So's my wife.
You're not getting my Bud Light, son. Greg, know that commercial, too? Oh, gee. I'm telling you, I'm getting old. Here's no Bud Light commercial. Remember that commercial?
Oh, that's my beer.
You're not getting my Bud Light.
I love Bud Light.
All right. All right, nice talking to Billy Travers.
Enjoyed
Thank
it.
You. Thank you very
What's
much.
your name?
Paul Grant.
Nice to
and
meet
Greg
you.
Gouillart, Candlepin Bowling
Greg.
Network. And Candlepins for Cancer. Thank you. Always good talking to different people. Greg, give us an update here.
LeBlanc just left his first pin standing, but still with that 5-mark chain in the first half, 114 through 8. Josh Daley, 9 fill, 7 fill, now in 9 box and a 112. All here on the world stage. Matt McPhee versus Jeremy Seaholm. McPhee, skinny on the head pin, 3, 5, 9, and 10. And again, as a case of the splits here, that's his 5th one. Jeremy Seaholm, 2, 5, 7. And his 4th split. Seaholm's got a couple marks to show for it.
I got to tease out. He beat Al Johnson one time in the tournament. He beat him badly, so well, pick on Al. Good fun. Al get a kick out of that one. Al Johnson, the Candlepin Hall of Fame in the class of 2023.
Never even heard of him.
Founder of Candlepins for Cancer, also 501c3 charity. All right, back to live action. Thanks for talking to Billy Travers.
9 bucks apiece.
2-time world champion. Single-digit lead right now for Academy Lanes. No marks, believe it or not, on the board. That's unusual for this type of caliber. It happens, it's bowling. Quick update from Greg Gouillart in a moment. We'll delay that. Matt McPhee in the 3rd spot, spin 6. Jeremy Seaholm, smooth ball off the wall, keeps going, it's 8. 3 right, 5 left, wood in between. McPhee for a spare, he has it. Ball hits the 10 last. 81 of the ball through 8. Seaholm answers fair. 91 on the ball through 8. Now each side has 1 mark on the board. Gerry Dunn on the right, Justin Waters on the left. A-plus accounting, Academy Lanes, 24 and 8. A-plus accounting, 25 and 7. Academy Lanes. The defending champs on lane 32 now. Gerry Dunn, a Bible Hill Bowl located in Nova Scotia. Drops 5.
Swap to Harnett and Taylor box around. That's correct now. 10 pins.
Waters drops 9. Friendly Wood in front of the 10. Gerry for a spare, missed left, 1 on the 7, wanted that one. Waters for a spare, it goes. 83 in a ball through 7. Dunn takes a 9. 83 also, but Waters has the spare. Gerry does not. It's 11-pin lead for Academy Lanes. They have 2 spares to 1 on their side. 2 points for a win, 1 for tie, 2 for total in match 5. Able Construction, Maria subs our final match after this on a separate broadcast. Dunn, another 5 drop for Horseman in a post. Just for Natick Mass his whole life. Be turning 40 in December. Career high average 130. Roll 7, make it 8. Wobbling 6, won't go. 7 left. Wood to maybe help. On the spare, 8. 91 through 7. Gerry head pin it, nothing else to show. Waters, good bid. Oh, he got it! Masterful shot, spare, dandy. 101 on the ball through 8. Waters world. Jeremy takes an 8. Gerry Dunn, Jeremy. I know it's Gerry. 91 through 8.
That's understandable.
Flushed with that one.
I'm done with my rejuvenation. Thanks so much.
I'm looking at so many screens, so many paper sheets here, trying to watch it and watch.
It's information pinball back here.
Information overload.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into that tiny little box you see on screen here, folks. 21 pins. I'm not the star of the show. I'm just saying. 21 pins, though, up for Academy Lanes. 450 to 429. 2 marks to 1. Danny Harris coming on up. So the 14 marks to 13. Academy Lanes actually just got an extra mark there. But a lot of this is the pinning advantage. They are 14 pins to the good in pinning alone. That is a big part of their 21 pin advantage.
Blake Doucette, 59 through 6. Danny Harris, 71 through 6. It will be a 10 strike. Domino's delivers. Go down to Harmony. Harris a strike to answer. Matching strikes. Match game PM.
Here we go.
81-69. Harris up by 12 on his counterpart. 21 pin lead for Academy Lanes. 3 marks to 2 on their side.
And sometimes you're in disbelief. Well, why hit that head pin really well? Why doesn't it go? Well, in some cases, you're just not them. You got to generate that rev rate and that velocity. It's just the nature of the beast. It's a harsh game, Candlepin, and these teams are incredible at overcoming them.
Blake on a strike. Too thin, a little too full actually. Check mark on the 4-7. Harris off the wall. Drops down the 4 and the 8. There goes the 10. 7 wiggles left. Wood rolls behind the 2 and the 5. On a strike also. Doucette, tough leave, got 2. 6 in the fill on the strike. 75 through 7. Harris takes his time on lane 31 at Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire. Oh, what a truck that was. Just missed the 5. 9 the strike, 90 through 7. Doucette, a 9, 84 through 8.
And here comes the update here. Danny Harris attacking on another pin here. Another 10 box, and it's a 100 through 8. Sorry to steamroll, Paul, but I just want to point out just all the things that go into this Academy advantage here, at the risk of sounding like certain analysts here. 15 pins extra for Academy lanes in the pinning alone, so that's a big part of their 25 pin advantage here. So even though they've only got one extra mark here, it's a huge advantage because of that in part. So with all those extra head pin hits, even with a couple extra splits, they're getting it done. And it's really the follow-up after the first ball more accurate, and then the follow-up as well.
The last 2 World Championships side by side. Sean Taylor in the leadoff spot, 75 through 8. Matt Harnett, 84 through 8. Matt's got the 1 and the 2, spare chance. 36% chance for Horsemen's, 51% for 2 and 3 pinners. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network without wood.
Notice the relative elevation. Taylor deploys that well above the lane, and then watches Harnett almost sets this down.
Harnett for a spare, no.
2 very different sorts of explosive power between these two.
Taylor a 10, 85 through 9. He's got a 170 high single, high triple 434 unofficially, high 5 691. From Milford, Massachusetts, originally from Natick, Mass. Harnett, was that a 10? 94 through 9.
Yes.
Okay. Top of the order, Sean Taylor. Explosive bowler. He hums that ball like that. He gets a triangle, -1. 2 left, 5 right. Harnett on the crossover, 3-2 split. Did not lead to a king that time. Sean bowling over 32 years. His father would take him bowling every Saturday morning as a kid prior to joining a league. Taylor, tough break on the object. Can't believe it. Harnett trying to send it over. A great bid.
Ooh.
6 and the 7. Sean, another 10. Disappointing string, 95.
95, no mark.
That's impressive. I mean, that's outstanding. Harnett a 9. Not a good string by his stand. This 103 opening string, it happens. It's bowling. That's why you have a team. 8 boxes to go in the first of 3. On second match of 3 today. Maria Subs, Able Construction from Canada, our final match today.
It's interesting putting Harnett in the leadoff spot. After all, he's most iconic for that anchor performance to deliver the latest of his many world championships with A+ accounting.
Josh Daley, 6, 1, 3, 6, 10, 4 horsemen right. 112, 3 coming in. Nate LeBlanc, 114 through 8 at 5 marks in a row to start. Check mark left, 5 middle. To left of the 5, the 2, the 4, the 7. Daley missed right, 1 of the 3.
Off balance there, you could tell.
LeBlanc gets a shot. He gets 2 of the 4. 2 in the 5. It is a 199 high single, high triple 491, high 5 751. As Josh a 9, 121 through 9. 9 to match. Nate LeBlanc 1, 2, 3. Jackson 5 through 9.
We got so Nate LeBlanc actually has the 3rd highest average from day 1, 128. Josh Daley the 4th highest with 127. Dave Barber has the highest, 135 in 7 strings bowled. Tim Douglas 129 and yeah, that back to Nate LeBlanc.
Left-hander fires away in the pocket. 6, 3, 7, 9, 10.
Whoa.
LeBlanc buries 9. 4-pin left up. Which circles the boat right behind. Nate, 129 average. Good try by Daley. What a bid that was.
Daley, co-captain of the squad, along with Mike Machichi.
LeBlanc, another spare. 133 in the ball in the 10th. He has a career high average of 141 for a season. Daley at 10. Excellent start, 131.
Pardon me, did you say average? 141?
141 career high in league average. He had a 141 1 year in the league.
A 141 high average.
I don't know if that was
I just want to make sure I
Yeah,
understood
141. Yeah, I'm not sure that was a summer league or not, but a 141 league average, one season.
And I don't. I mean, I'm not accusing anyone of cooking the books. Just, are you serious? How about a 142? Okay.
9 drop, 142. So there's your 141 average plus. You may call your next witness, the defense rest.
Ruined my coincidence, but Nate LeBlanc 142. 131 and losing the comparison. Can you imagine? Welcome to Worlds.
Jeremy Seaholm, Matt McPhee, both on spares. 91 for Jeremy, Matt 81 through 8. Late in the first of 3. A 17-pin lead for Academy Lanes.
Seaholm averaged 113 yesterday.
2 marks to 1.
And Matt McPhee 120. Seaholm the better of this comparison right now, though.
Seaholm strike on spare, big 20. 101 through 8. 111 plus 2 in the 9th. Meanwhile, McPhee, 7. 88. 8's a wild. 8, 8, 8, 88.
Right.
Oh, he's on a strike too, right?
No, it should be a spare.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it was 88 through 8. I thought, okay.
Oh, no.
It was matching strikes. Maybe it was the other balls. Okay, that was a spare. 7, so 88 through 8. Sorry. Nice 10. 98. 98 through 9.
So Academy Lane still with the advantage.
Jeremy's still bowling at a premium level.
Still that one extra mark for Academy Lanes. 16 pins and pinning. You see they have that extra strike. Check the smudges between total and game. You can see the outstanding strikes and spares that way.
Seaholm light hit, just 3. He's on a strike. McPhee not on a spare.
Yep.
Strange one. 147, 9, 10. Here at Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire. Seaholm, good bid. Buries the 5, but not the 2.
Good count, though.
8 in the strike. 119 through 9.
Oh. McPhee denied only 3 of the 5.
Trying to get to 108. Jeremy, big 10. Nice start. 129. McPhee a 9. 107. First string. And Academy Lanes has the lead. Quick update from Greg Gouillart.
Remember, McPhee's really stuck on that 107 because of all the splits he encountered there. So if he can just dial in that little bit more on the head pin, that'll help out. Head pins are still in Academy Lane's favor. 8 more by my count, 36 to 28. I believe I've counted correctly.
Just was his only mark on the board to add their 29-pin lead, going for the first 2 points. 1 point separates from the standings. 25 and 7, Academy Lanes, 24 and 8, A+ accounting. Waters for strike 9. 110 through 8. Clean shot at the 10.
I'm a pin too high on Academy. I'll verify where the error is.
Gerry Dunn, half west of 2 in the 8. Waters from the mark. He got it! 120 the ball in the 9th. Waters World. Jerry, look at this. That is a youch, a yikes, and an ouch. Y-O-U-C-H. Webster, please put that word in the dictionary. Youch. Gerry Dunn over 40 years. 214 last year or so. A tough 5. Ouch. That hurts. 96 to 9. Academy Lanes will get the first 2 points and try to add to that 43-pin lead. That's a big swing. A strike versus a 5 box. Scores are unofficial.
I have Daley 1 pin too high somehow, so 130 it turns out. Only 130.
A paltry 130. That's not bad.
Yeah, facetious, of
Another
course.
day at the office for Josh Daley.
532, 574, that's it.
Waters on another spare. On the head pin again. 5 middle, 8 left. Wood angled. 128 through 9. Gerry with 5 up, 5 down.
I always wonder if there'll ever be a team that'll actually keep the same color scheme from day to day, but most teams choose to rotate color schemes in their shirts.
Can he pull this one off? No.
Ooh.
Mini roadblock. Dunn missed the 5, not by much. Trying to get to 106. Justin trying to get to 138. And he does. 138 for Justin Waters. Gerry Dunn a 9. A bogus string by his standards, 105.
One pin left standing for Justin Waters in that string. Nobody ended up with a perfect game.
2 strings after this to wrap up our middle match today. Later on, after this match, Maria subs.
Many close, though.
Another world champion a couple times against Able Construction. Danny Harris, 100 through 8. Blake Doucette, 84 through 8, not on marks. Harris almost on one now. 9 drop. Survived by the king, the 5.
Danny Harris inherits a 124 average from previous day.
Doucette, 3, 6, 10, 8 left. This could go.
Blake Doucette's average yesterday, 121.
Harris spare. 110 on the ball in the 9th. They've got the first 2 points. Trying to build that cushion in the 600 club. Doucette missed left. A 202 high single, a high triple of 462, high 5 of 704.
And by the way, Corey Packard not in this roster, not in this starting 5. That's a 123 average from yesterday.
And Blake gets a 9, 93 through 9, and only just over 10 years of Candlepin bowling. And a 191 in a qualifying singles tournament in the past also.
This is funny. Dunn, McPhee, and Harnett all have a 120 average from day 1.
We'll go to decimal points, fractions for the tiebreaker.
That's probably how it's sorted on some level.
Harris, 6 down, another 1 spare.
Was that 6 or 7?
That was 7 actually, sorry. So it's 120,
Good.
117 through 9, 127, the ball at 10th, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And by the way, 10 for 10 on the head pin for Danny
I couldn't
Harris.
see that sleeper pin when the 9 wasn't back.
I repeat, 10 for 10 on the head pin for Danny Harris.
Just amazing. Doucette missed right on the horses. And a tough string, 99. And she'll making some substitutes next string. A-plus it kind of goes down the drain in the first. And all of a sudden, a tight battle is ballooning up to maybe 50, maybe 73 if didn't get a strike on spare. And then the first, he'll get 6. 133 opening string for Danny Harris, the fireballer.
That's a nice win there.
A 69-pin win, 625 to 556. The second string with the soothing sounds after station identification from Greg Gouillart.
Need to confirm the string here because I see 556 and 624 on the board right now. We'll have to check in and see if that gets fixed. Just taking a look here. And that is actually confirmed here, so that's going to be a 132. And we'll be right back. Second string starting in just a moment. This time we'll take a brief audio timeout. This will seldom occur, but we'll be right back. Second string set to begin soon. We should award the points as well. 2 points to Academy Lanes for winning that first string, 624 to 556. The winner of each string receives 2 match points, and the winner of total also receives 2 points, ICC points if you will, for a total of 8 for these International Candlepin Championships live from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. My name is Greg Gouillart. I'm alongside Paul Grant on the call and getting these lineups. And what have we here? I'd assume Academy is there. And what have we?
105, 107, 103, 142.
5. Yep, that's confirmed.
Back to our middle string. Greg Gouillart on the call in just a moment. He fixes the scoreboard from the first string, and we'll be back with the play-by-play in just a jiffy. Corey Packard now in for Sean Taylor, leading off the second string of 3. Here at the 2024 World Championships, the ICC team tournament on Candlepin Bowling Network, Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire.
Gerry Dunn also, this should be him substituting in the first spot.
Gerry goes from 4th to 1st, gets a promotion. Oh, good say.
Moved up in the lineup, I suppose.
George Jefferson moving on up. I mean, sometimes it helps. You want to get a good ball in that first spot, get the team going, get a little spark. He gets a 10. Corey Packard, 2-time world champion for Academy Lanes 2018, 2022, gets a 9.
Can you help me out with the rest of the lineup, please?
Sure, absolutely.
So Academy Lanes, I can't imagine they would have made many changes. We'll see in a second. Gerry Dunn. Somehow I thought the lineup was complete. My bad. Now over to second frame. Gerry Dunn with a 120 average. So 2 points to A+ Accounting, who now go 26-8. Academy Lanes started the day with those 20 points, gained 5 in their first matchup, and now A+ Accounting has passed them for the time being. Big implications here could determine first and second. It certainly seems that way at the current moment, depending what the rest of these talented teams do. Dunn's got a 4-1 split. Carves through. Ooh, 10 pin doesn't make it through. And Packard to convert the 1-2-7. Not quite on the head pin. Spinning back, but not to be. It's a 10 for Dunn. And 10 for Packard as well. 1 pin in the early going. So remember, the pinning gap is in Academy Lanes' favor by a lot. So that's going to be there for this match. And now we'll take a look here. Nate LeBlanc will go here. Justin Corcoran, yeah? All right. So Nate LeBlanc stays in this spot, as will Josh Daley. Then over to third comes Justin Corcoran in for the first time this string. McPhee takes the 4th spot, vacated by Dunn. And Matt Harnett now moves down to the anchor spot that I mentioned.
Jeremy, just stay the same. 225 stay the same. Josh, let's do the same. 225.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Got that lineup straight away there. Nate LeBlanc, 1-7-8-9. Daley rips apart 7 pins to 1, 3, and 8. Daley with 5 spares previously, 130. Nate LeBlanc just that little bit extra to win that comparison by 12 pins. A treat it is to watch the 3rd and 4th best bowler of yesterday go head to head. Daley gets the spare though. And Nate LeBlanc gets that 9. 2 through 5 on A+ Accounting, all singles champions. And Gerry Dunn, a multi-time teams champion with this roster. And similar. 5 taken out here. LeBlanc has the 3, 6, 8, and 10. Daley to fill this spare. Here it comes. On the head pin, vaporized. Josh Daley strike on spare. And Academy off to a rip-roaring start again. Does the spare go? No, LeBlanc was on the object pin. but that flat wood just didn't allow any diagonal motion into the 610. Six taken out, that will be 9.
Greg, we get to see Justin Corkum for the first time. He was in the championship for his first title last year off the bench. He had a nice finish in the last match, a couple of marks at the end to get to 107 after a tough start. His girlfriend Katie Pone is here, daughter of Patricia and Ronnie Pone, owner of Unbelievable Lanes, and that famous name, Muska
Dobbit Harbor. That I'm now contractually obliged to say, hey, it seems.
Crouching down. Starts the second string with a 4-2 split. Jeremy Seaholm averaging 122 currently. Smooth ball as always, spread eagle.
So just the leadoff production is all that's needed there. Corey Packard subs in for Academy Lanes. Otherwise, at least 4 marks from each of the other spots, propelling them to that lead. Nate LeBlanc with 6 spares. Just needs to be picked up by the rest of his team. Still plenty of time.
Justin 147, trying to get at least 2 on the left.
Oh, split the difference there, so 7 pins. We saw how well Seaholm was pinning in the last string, a chance to pick up 3 here. Interesting, he goes on to the 2 pin this time and he ends up with the same 7. Tough going on the split.
Justin just 35 years young from Lunenburg, not Massachusetts, Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. 120 current average, 123.7 official high average. Going fractions, decimal points. Has a 198 high single, high triple 468, a high 5 at 682.
He takes aim on the 2-5 pocket, and it will be the 1, 3, 6, and 7. Seaholm gets in there a little thin, but the 2-4.
Justin's mother got him involved bowling. Greg Gouillart, the play-by-play.
I love how family factors into so much of the bowling community, especially when you got family in the well rooting you on. That's some of the best scenes here in bowling. And one of the reasons I love streaming so much, I love doing it for all the fans, but also for all the families of the bowlers especially. Great to have you all along. Jeremy Seaholm, the 2-4. Just into the 4 pin. Good crowd here today at Leda Lanes in Nashua. Packed house as ever. 1 second. I mean, Leda Lanes is a huge facility here. Arcade, pub, and of course the bowling. Got cornhole nights as well. Lots of other great events in Kegler's Den likewise. A big function space, but boy, it fills up quickly when you've got these teams of up to 9 or 10. And then all the support that comes along, even over country lines. By the way, there weren't always Canadian flags over the masking units. Those are actually newly put up for this tournament. Usually it's just the United States flags you see on the masking units, particularly in 27-28 and 35-36 as you see it here. Matt McPhee in the 4th spot. On the head pin, Justin Corkum leaves just the 6 pin with a nice plank in front. Trying to get A+ accounting back into this match. Waters. The 1, 2, 6, 8, and 10. Justin Waters won one season the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, McPhee spare. The ACST is a traveling league that takes place Massachusetts, New Hampshire. Had a state of Maine division as well. And essentially every bowler picks a home house and then travels, plays home and away matches either at their house or the home houses of others. In a 1-on-1 5-string format. 8 pin is for Waters. The league has expanded to several different divisions, and it is both a pro and now a development league as well. Originally founded by Frank DeLuca and Mike Machichi, the same Mike Machichi that co-captains Academy Lanes with Josh Daley. And now expertly run by Commissioner Danny Finn. McPhee, uh-oh. That could be an expensive one as soon as Paul watches the video on demand. Of course, you can see all these videos on demand as well on YouTube. Waters gets 9. You can watch the videos on demand on YouTube anytime. I know the earlier matches and the singles were fragmented a bit. The best way to watch the singles for the time being would be to watch that final rounds video we have up. Waters connects on the 4-pin for a spare. Academy Lanes 3 marks to 1 in the early going in this string. So check out that final rounds video, and I'm indebted to Steve Kelly, who helpfully chaptered that video so that you can easily skip ahead to all the, the usual be right back screens of the stream, and you can just jump ahead to the great action. If your time is short, I recommend just going to the semifinal and final matches. What was happening earlier with the stream is that we were using a different streaming service. I don't want to bore you with the technical jargon, but we were using a different stream service, and for some reason it just wasn't playing nice with the Leda Lanes Wi-Fi, and it was just constantly ejecting you all. Goodness knows you all were very patient to stick with it, and we thank you very much. And now that we're going on this YouTube-only setup, all should be well. Great first balls by each of these anchor bowlers, Matt Harnett and Danny Harris, both of whom have anchored these respective teams. 2 world championships in the past 2 years. Harnett spares, and he's got a starting spare just like McPhee. Harris spares as well. So a matching mark to maintain the Academy advantage. Is there more than one match being streamed at the same time? As I understand, we do not have the other stream live at the current moment. However, Bob Lee is recording the videos, and as soon as they become available, I take my word for it, Bob will be very eager to get these uploaded online, maybe in the lodging where we are, as soon as we get back from all 3 matches. This is the second of 3 matches today. So be on the lookout, Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. If you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you'll be notified about all our uploads and live streams. It certainly will help out at least this week. 7-pin conversion by Danny Harris, and he goes back-to-back. 13 and another. Harnett gets 10. And a good start for him, 27 through 2, though Danny Harris can now pass with that second mark. Take a look-see here. 101, 106, that margin is confirmed. Look at those 3 extra smudges there, Academy Lanes. Remember to look at the yellow indicators we have up here between total and game. 1 strike and 2 spares. That's the Canadian style of scoring. Well, the smudges from the Canadian style of scoring, where you put either a square for a strike and a half square or a triangle, let's say, for the spare. And it would be horizontal notation just like in mainstream 10-pin bowling, but you would put the smudge in the top right corner or the number if you don't get a mark. Corey Packard, strike. And there we go. There's the leadoff production, and now Academy really is firing on all cylinders. Gerry Dunn, 4 horsemen left side. That's his stoic pose before he takes aim. Head pin, dances in front, and the 4-7 stands. So again, horizontal score sheet, but the square triangle in the top right corner, and then the total you got in that frame, fill and all, plus the 10 pins from before in the top left. For a nice example of that, we actually scored exactly that way when we covered the singles at Moncton, New Brunswick's Fair Lanes Bowling Center. Three out for Packard. He'll need more on the strike fill. My name's Greg Gouillart, been joined alongside by Paul Grant. In this 5th match of 11, a round-robin format. Top 5 teams in each division, and then we'll play in an interdivisional playoffs. I had gotten this wrong, and I appreciate the kind soul in chat who set me straight on this. Getting distracted. Paul got some 50-50 raffle tickets. That helps out with the prize fund as well. Bowlers love their side bets and their raffles. It's kind of part and parcel of the culture. They're waiting for Deadwood to be scooped away on an adjacent lane. We got you on camera, Mark Ritchie, don't worry. He's a pro wrestling referee. He commands the attention. Done, 6 pins. I'll be honest, I lost my train of thought from previous. I apologize. Three pins. Plus how much? 6 pins only on the board for Academy Lanes. Packard, yes, that's good count, no mark. And an 8 fill. 37 through 3. That's going to have to really send it this way and that. Doesn't work. 3 and 6. A 4 and 7 for Packard. And that'll be a 10. Matching that 10 is Gerry Dunn. Over to Nate LeBlanc and Josh Daley. Daley with a spare strike to start. And Danny Harris with those 2 marks to start. So it was a 5-mark visit. First visit for the bowlers combined. If you're new to Candlepin Bowling, a very special welcome to you. 3 balls per frame. Play the wood as it lies. The way 10 pins should be in our maybe biased opinion, but it's a ton of fun, and the atmosphere is second to none here at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. A packed crowd. I don't dare show the camera shots because, of course, nobody's expecting it to for it. Spectators are packing the viewing areas just behind this, even in this spacious bowling center. And there's nothing like having a bunch of bowlers sat and stood behind you, shouting with every ball. There are going to be some sore throats by the end of this week, and we're all here for it. Daley, double! You just can't resist saying it. The pun is just right there. But when Josh Daley does these double strikes at the frequency he does, it sort of is a fitting trademark. 50 plus 2 through 3. Just about the best realistic start to the string you could imagine having. LeBlanc is taking his time studying this 210. He's not sure if the wood will factor even though it's behind. Slicing it would likely result in the pin deflecting off that wood and back. Now, I believe this will be foul contact and this should be 8. That seemed to hit the wood in the channel. No celebration there, so I can only imagine. Ooh, Daley close on this one. 19 on the first strike and a chance for another. LeBlanc takes out 6. Excuse me, that is fair and a spare. I beg your pardon. I see the score there. 1-3-7-10. Not my call to make. It's the bowler's call to make. Josh Daley, spare on strike. Three, 7-10. Nate's ball can rip these apart, but not in this case. I mentioned as a drive-by that John Cafalis had streamed his world's victory, world singles victory, that is, on John Cafalis' channel. That's Urbie 4, URBIE 4. He takes an 8 here. Now Justin Corkum, more or less freshly substituted in against Jeremy Seaholm. Huge advantage here. It is conceivable that Daley could have a triple-digit half. That remains to be seen. Corkum does not have the 9-pin and has to re-rack. That's why the pin setter is down, you see. Jeremy Seaholm, former manager at Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. Very steady Eddie bowler, and from the bowling center for which many leagues migrated from, Fairway Bowling Center, Fairway Sports World in Natick, Massachusetts, formerly. Corkum, very abbreviated delivery there. That can have some serious snap to it once it does some damage. 1, 3, 6, and 10. 4 horsemen. Seaholm, that's dancing off the wall. Wood's rolling. It's hit it. Oh my goodness. The low part of the wood nudged that 10-pin halfway across and almost off the plate edge. Corkum off target, 3 and 6. Seaholm will take 10. Pin's going to dance forward here. That's fair contact with the wood. Everything after that is legal as well. Justin Corkum, 25 through 3. Sean Howard, the proud owner of Leda Lanes in Nashua, has seen it through a number of difficult times. I remember there was an article online about how the 2008 recession was particularly difficult on it. And yet here it stands, and he and Alexis Howard-Booley do a fantastic job of running and managing it. Strike, Justin Corkum on the board. A+ accounting gets that mark. Possibility to start carving back some of this deficit. Seaholm takes 10. No, excuse me, a spare as well. Strike in the spare. .163 and .203, that's correct. Matt McPhee and Justin Waters. Look at all those spares hanging for Academy Lanes. 4 marks to that 1 strike put up by Corkum. Waters filling his. Does it well. 7-pin wants to tip over, but doesn't. 7 pins, as it were. Matt McPhee, the 4 horsemen, and the 9-pin. What's going to disappear? That's that. Waters, let's see how that 2-pin goes. Yes, Wood contains it all nicely, and Waters has that spare. 35 and a ball. Well, it proves out to be a split. McPhee, 3rd ball coming. Runs down 3 of them for 9. That's fine 9. 29 through 3. McPhee moved down to this 4 spot. 10 marks to 4. Effectively 11 to 4. I always double count the double strike because of its significant weight in the scoring. So really 11 to 4. And you see the immediate advantage stacking up for Academy Lanes. Probably wishing they could have gone even further and maybe even made it to the big stage where A+ accounting ultimately did thrive last year. A sense of unfinished business you can't help but feel persists among a number of teams with all that talent. McPhee has the chance to respond here, and he gets this 2-pinner just. Wood helped contain it, and the 6 and 9 is gone. Waters has a bunch to pin out here. Uh-oh, now that's 4, so that will give away an extra mark as well. So a double mark swing over to A+ accounting. They still need a lot more help, but that is more help than they were expecting in that moment. Now our quintessential anchors, Matt Harnett and Danny Harris. Danny Harris, very familiar with Leda Lanes, a star on Channel 50 Stars and Strikes, which filmed the lanes just next door, 33 and 34. Now the home of the all-new Skins on Candlepin Corner, who we will have the privilege of collaborating with for the final match. 4 pins, Harris snaps apart 5 of the 6. Just to Harnett. So to explain further, Candlepin Bowling Network will certainly have the coverage right the way through, up into including a semifinal rig for the penultimate match, that is, to decide one of the finalists. Candlepin Corner will have the other such match, and then for the final, we will go on to Candlepin Corner. And it will be me, Paul Grant, and Jordan Britton on the call. Check out Candlepin Corner, and if you're not oversaturated with Candlepin content, we wouldn't blame you. But at some point now or in the future, check out Candlepin Corner. Jordan Britton, Corey Alisi, and the entire crew over there do a great job with skins. A tribute to another great Channel 50 show here in New Hampshire. 3-6. Danny Harris, get this. 3 marks in the past 4. He's got 8 marks in this anchor spot. Matt Harnett off target. So a big anchor gap here as Matt Harnett gets this 9 box, 45 through 4. And we go to the top of the order. You have to be careful. A-plus accounting is as explosive a team as it gets, and you never know when the tides can shift. That said, no sign of that just yet. Academy Lanes 2-0 in points because of that first string victory. And now it on track to take the other 2 points for the second of 3 strings. This match and then one more today, and then matches all week long, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Atlantic. Not daylight saving time, that just ended. I trust you all are well and hopefully have acclimated well to that. Certainly nice to get that extra hour of sleep, especially when sleep's hard to come by amid all the excitement. Corey Packard, a 2-1 split. Head pins are 15-9 by my count in favor of Packard. Dunn can't convert this 2-pinner. Packard's got to get this 2-4-6, evens up. Nine pins and 10. There's Packard getting that split conversion, rolling across. Not the way it expected to go, but it rolled off the wall, and Corey Packard continuing to pile it on. It's the leadoff spot and everything is working out for Academy Lanes.
Hey, Greg, I was talking to Nate LeBlanc and other people while you were doing the call. That 141 average was actually an 81 string league, he said. We're going to talk to him after he bowls next.
My goodness. Now Blake Doucette is in here, inheriting the Gerry Dunn 48 half. Blake Doucette, last year's singles champion. Chris Ryder's this year's singles champion. Nice comeback ball. Blake Doucette making a statement early. This would be even crazier split, and I tell you what, Packard danced that across. He'll take a 10. Tremendous averages across all these bowlers. Micah, you're calling out my verbal crutches here. Oh no, disaster. Nate LeBlanc and Josh Daley. Top averages through day one. Dave Barber, 135 average through the first day of play. Tim Douglas, 129. Nate LeBlanc, you see here, 128. Josh Daley, you see here, 127. Justin Waters, 125, rounds out the top 5 averages.
This is a shock. Academite's killing it, putting on a clinic. 4 marks to 3 and a triple-digit lead. Who would have thought that coming in?
It is, just everything's working. Even when, and Josh Daley is ahead of it all, even when he's not getting the head pin, he's crushing it.
Was it 67 pins in the first?
87 through 8. And yes, 68 pins, in fact, the margin.
Okay, wow.
LeBlanc does come back for the spare. Daley runs only the 3 pin down. Nice going, commentator. You thought that was happening more than it actually was. 10. 97.5.
So Justin Corcoran has a strike after Nate LeBlanc, 35 plus 2 next. Good to see him bowling.
Yep. So much is still to fill. Lopsided Academy advantage. A-plus accounting, no matter how this goes out. Also a heavy favorite to make a deep run, at the very least.
Back to Greg Gouillart at the play-by-play.
LeBlanc. Oh, baby. Strike on spare, 62.5 plus, and here we go. Another strike suddenly appearing on A-plus accounting side. Daley on a 97.5, strikes again.
Wow.
Here we go. Josh Daley, 107 plus plus. This is an incredible start to this string.
Amazing.
As it crosses the halfway point. Bad news is he has to sit down now. Whoops. I think that cable snagged in there. There we go. All right, I'll take this off after I'm done staring at it in disbelief. And Justin Corcoran comes up next. He's on a strike.
Let's have to Justin Corcoran. We'll talk to Nate LeBlanc in just a moment. Let's see Justin Corcoran trying to cork 2 in a row. Left side 5, make it 6. Head pin flops. Not a head pin hit officially, but it is a split.
Good to see you, Nate. I'll turn your microphone on, but don't feel compelled to speak yet.
Ruff.
It's up to you.
Jeremy 8-4-4-4, 44 through 4 here in the second of 3. Justin 8 in the strike, 43 through 4. Another spare for Seaholm, 54 in a ball through 5. Welcome 8 in the strike, 9 in the box, 53.5. Okay, Nate LeBlanc, how you doing?
Pretty good, Paul. How about you?
Oh, you just another day at the office for you, I guess, huh?
Yeah, pretty well.
You want to show off, you get a spare strike before you come up here, huh?
I had to.
Would have canceled the interview.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about your 141 career high average. That doesn't happen too often nowadays. It wasn't like a summer league. Tell us about that 141. When was that?
No, that was, I was probably 19, 20 years old. I was bowling 300 games a month easy then. Our house is a little sloppy, so I mean, it's a little exaggerated, but that's what happened.
And where'd you bowl at? What place was that?
Acadian Bowling Lanes.
Same one. Where's that located again?
Little Brook, Nova Scotia.
Okay. And you have 3 199s.
Yep. Yeah, my first one was actually in the singles for the Worlds. I needed a big game to make the cut. I threw my 199. I made it by a few pins.
And all you have is 5 world championships.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not enough, is it?
Hopefully not.
491 high triple, a high 5, a 751.
Yep.
Nice spare by the teammate Corcoran, spare up, and now 4 marks open on A-plus accounting side, excuse me.
So talk about your dad as a bowler. Was he better than you in his peak?
I'm not sure. I've been beating him since I was 15 years old, but he's always right there.
You have a 1486 high 10 also.
Yep, Bangor Brewer Lanes house high 10.
2006, 2009, 2012, 2014, a 9-year hiatus, 2023 world champions. How many people can say they have 5 world titles?
Not many.
And you collect beer cans.
I'm slowly getting out of it, but I still have them all.
Are they on display somehow?
They were, but I had kids. They took over my room.
Oh.
How good is Justin Corcoran? I know he's young. He's newest to your team, the second year. How do you plug a guy like that in to get him encouraged and keep him fresh?
Just keep cheering him on. That's all you can do. Hopefully they get out of this lump and get her going. And Justin's good for that. He will get out of it.
What do you think? Obviously, the talent's there. Obviously, chemistry is important. What has been the secret to your success as a team?
We never blame anything on the team. We always joke and laugh around. Even if you throw a bad shot, we joke about it.
How tough is it dealing with Matt Harnett and your team?
I love it. It's not tough at all. I love it.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
When are you going to grow a hair button like him?
I'm pretty sure them days are over.
Okay, Nate LeBlanc, good talking to you. Thank you
Thanks,
very
Paul.
much. Nate LeBlanc, A+ accounting, back to Greg Gouillart.
Thankfully, Paul's allowed to make that joke.
All in good fun, of course.
10 and a 10. $53 halves. Incredible how much we have here. We are officially over the 3,500 subscriber threshold. Thank you all so much who've made it possible. Dare I ask if we can keep this going? We've still got several days left in the Worlds, and getting the subscriber train going would be awesome. So please, if you're logged into YouTube, please hit the subscribe button so that you're always in the know about the latest Candlepin content. But just by watching, you're supporting this great sport we all love. Thank you. McPhee's got this triangle. And he's got it down. 3 marks and 6. And you see A+ accounting is still that steady dribble of marks. Waters does not get this one. Back-to-back marks. Really, they're just waiting for Josh Daley to slow down, please and thank you. (61 through 6 for Waters. Now down to Harnett and Harris. Harnett's home lanes, Heather Lanes and Lower Sackville. Nova Scotia, I would assume. Ooh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Harris 8 pins and not another one. Sorry, got distracted by. It's so easy to get distracted with all this things going on around here. 5 pin and 10 pin. Always a party atmosphere. Really many days here at Leda Lanes. I believe, I'm not certain, now that Leda's Lighthouse is closing down, which was their glow bowling for the longest time, I wonder if now the glow bowling might start migrating here, maybe to one side of the house or the other. A very reputable tournament venue, clearly for this international stage, but also a ton of fun just to bring your family. Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Definitely a must visit for any fan of Candlepin. 70 pins up in this string. That is official. It's 378 to 308 at this stage. A+ accounting with 10 marks. Academy Lanes with 14, effectively 15 with that double on Academy's side. Academy Lanes referring to the bowling center in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Host of the International Championships when Academy won. Harnett, one of his best hits, a 9-pin drop, and you can see just how effective his set-down delivery is. There's a fairly smooth ball as well, also fairly low to the lane. Pushing it forward with the elbow is Harnett, and he's got the spare. 63 in a ball, and all the marks lit up, you see. 4 spares and a strike for A+ accounting. Harris close, 10-pin. Denies him. Almost a 4th mark.
I don't understand.
Hang on a second. $9, 73 through 6. Is something wrong with the appearance of the broadcast?
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. Taking a look here, all the marks lit up on an A+'s side. You see there, 69 pins. The advantage for Academy Lanes. They won the last one by 68, and now seemingly building a bigger advantage. But now, I was saying Academy cylinders were all firing. Now all battle stations are go for A+ accounting, including a Nate LeBlanc strike. Maybe later. Corey Packard splits again. That's his third straight one. 2, 3, 6, and 10. Blake Doucette on in relief in this string. He's got a diamond. And the fill is 6. Blake Doucette, the double crown. That term's never going to stick, but singles and teams champion last year. Commiserations to Calvin Locke, twice a runner-up. When second place makes half the money first place does, I guess it's an effective annuity and still a testament to Calvin Locke's ability. The King of the North on Ripping the Rack podcast, hosted alongside Tim Matero and Brian Athern, available on YouTube and wherever you normally get your podcasts. Blake Doucette picks up an extra pin working on that diamond. 73 through 7. Packard 83 and a ball. Great to have you all here. And great to finally have a stream solution. I remember the segue I was saying earlier. We had a streaming issue previously where there was videos, you all were getting ejected. You must remember how tough that was. We finally figured out the solution. It was the stream setting with a certain stream provider. So we had to switch it up, go YouTube only, and now you're all here. And even if there's the occasional glitch here or there, at least nobody's getting ejected. And it's a great working setup. Setup is on in the other division, the lower number lanes. It does not appear to be live, but it is recording, and Bob Lee looks forward to having that uploaded as soon as possible. I don't have the link conveniently in front of me. Packard spares. 3 marks, 93 and a ball through 8. I don't have the link conveniently in front of me, but Cubica AMF, because we have the Cubica AMF system here, which is new here at Leda Lanes, replacing the old Pro Score system found in Woburn. Oh, that's the 410 gone for Blake Doucette, and 2 marks in the past 3 off the bench. And again, A+ lighting up all the smudges, working tirelessly to try and at least chip away here. 2 points on the line for each string and 2 for total. Brings back up Josh Daley on 47 over. Nate LeBlanc, a very respectable 72 plus 2 through 6. Daley on a strike. Misses the head pin. 1, 3, 7. That goes as one, and Nate LeBlanc has a double strike. Matching that of the other 2 bowler. He did that during his World Singles victory. Spare on strike, Josh Daley. And that is top-tier world talent from the pair of them. So now with a de facto 6 marks outstanding for A+ accounting open. See that green smudge there for LeBlanc's double strike. We'll update each as it comes in. 62 pins is not a safe lead anymore. Daley gets 5 on this one. 132 through 7. LeBlanc filling this double strike. It's filling itself. Down goes the 7 pin. He's got 8 on the first one. That's 90 through 6. 100 plus through 7. And an opening here as Daley does not mark. If he gets these remaining 2 pins, the gap continues to shrink. But the head pin just dies on the sidewall instead of springing across as Nate had hoped. 9 fill. On the second strike. Daley protecting pins, LeBlanc gaining 1. 49 pins, minus 3 marks for Academy Lanes. Greg Gouillart alongside Paul Grant here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Down now to Justin Corkum and Jeremy Seaholm. You see Maria Subs in action on the right side A lucky strike flanking this pair on the left. That's a murder's row of talent. And Jeremy Seaholm in the middle of it all, delivering his first strike for his third mark of the string. And that goes to Justin Corkum, throws a strike right back. How many times already have we seen a you got a strike, I got a strike situation? "39 pins, -2 marks. This gap could easily be in the teens. Like I said, A+ accounting, explosive. Seaholm on a strike. Oh dear, setback. Silly plank. Just right in front of the 4-7, though this time he'll probably want to aim at it and at least collect the 9, even though it's unlikely to deliver a mark. Justin Corkum on a strike as well. Missed the head pin. 1, 2, 9, and 10. Remember, 3 matches every day starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Atlantic here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Seaholm threads the needle. That's going to go for 7 on the fill. Corkum's got a tough task to try and outfill. 1, 2, 9, and Wood goes in front of the 10. Seaholm takes a 9. Seaholm, by the way, is all 8 of his head pins. He's only missed 2 head pins this entire match. 18 he's looked at. Corkum gets 10. Justin Corkum bowling out of Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. Waters and McPhee. Justin Waters, a Ryan Family Amusements bowler. He's on 61. Boy, that looked buried in there, but the ball deflects away. Ball weighs less than the pins. It's a harsh physics equation when that happens. The ball just caroms away and leaves Waters 5, 8, 9, and 10. McPhee drops 6 on this spare, meanwhile. Interesting wood. We'll analyze that in a second. My goodness! Justin Waters with an incredible split conversion. Triangle 5 and the 10. All go. An outrageous split conversion. McPhee matching the marks. The spare was slow to drop there. And that was critical because now Academy Lanes can continue to hold on to their advantage while A+ Accounting just continues to dump marks. They've had 8 marks. Yeah, there was a string of frames where they had 8 marks in the past 10. And a just reward on that. 9 fill. McPhee, he's got 5. Now, Waters is just a single pin. McPhee probably has more play on the split than it may appear. Waters goes through the face of that pin. And does it go to the corner? Yes, it does carry through to the 7. And Matt McPhee has 3 straight spares and 4 in the past 5. 94 in a ball through 8. Waters leaves the pin standing for 9. Pinning is now suddenly the advantage of A+ Accounting right now, having left 3 fewer pins in this string. 2 extra marks on Academy Lane's side, but with how frequently they've been coming from this Canadian squad, I don't think we're close to done in this match. Danny Harris. This one's on the head pin and diamond. 5-pin wiggling, won't drop. Harnett filling a spare. 8. 2 and 4. Diamond should go. I don't think the tongue's sticking out in the middle of that. I was worried it would block the 2-5, but not at all. It's too far back, and Harris makes short work of it, gaining the spare in the process. I think in the process might have to be one of my verbal cliches. Please do not play any root beer drinking games. You will sicken of the taste. 8 box for Harnett, 79 through 7. Over 300 people in the live. It's a long time since we've seen something like that. That seems comparable to the crowd that we drew for that climactic final that we had last year in Moncton between A+ Accounting and Fenway Academy. If you missed it, it's the very first video when you click on the Candlepin Bowling Network page. Harris 5-fill. Harnett splits. 2, 4, 10. Excuse me. Here comes Wood. There goes the 10. Goodness gracious, that's a development. If this converts, and this Wood is a bit perilous for Harnett, but if it goes, Mac can cut his team's deficit down into the teens. Sure, Academy Lanes threw 19 marks at them. Sure, Daley threw that double at them, but so did LeBlanc. And now, with the 16 marks that A+ Accounting has, this string is not over yet. And this was a situation we saw in the last match. We thought that Prosperity U would run over Avon Valley Lanes and just go 8-0 if you just tuned in for the first few frames. But as the match progressed, it was clear that Avon Valley Lanes was just finding their footing. And as soon as a team starts clicking like that and starts feeding off each other, you can see how any presumed notions of how a match is going to go, you just cannot call an 8-0 victory just based on the first string. Not just because the score is reset to 0 every time, but because anything can happen at any time, and you just never know when that inspiration is going to strike. Harnett has missed the single. Harris still trying to work this out. Gets a 9. Wood does go through. So a 9 and a 10. We take a look here. At the top of the order. 517 to 486. Checking in on that, actually. Looks as though I am off a pin. It looks as though it is 486 to 517. Nope, that is correct, actually. 486 to 517 is confirmed. And the one extra smudge. Wanted to make sure we got the score correctly because it looks as though we're suddenly heading towards a dramatic conclusion, especially when Blake Doucette drops this strike on spare. And now what's Corey Packard's response going to be? He's got a spare fill. And suddenly a lot of importance on this. Academy should still be favored. But for all the times I've said it, the lead just keeps shrinking. The fill, however, is 9, and it is a good response by Packard. Academy Lane's a deep stacked team, as is A+. This goes off the foul line. Sometimes that still works out for Packard. He has a knack for slamming a ball off the foul line and still getting it to go to its destination. This time, though, his dynamic delivery, unfortunately too much into the foul line, and the single gets away. He settles for 9, a 111. 29 pins, minus 2 smudges on A+'s side. Let's check between total and game for the open marks. Blake Doucette. If he doubles, turns the match at least to even, if not A+'s favor. He spills this head pin anyway. The 10's getting coerced twice, but does not drop. And Doucette denied a double. It would have been a backdoor double, as it were. Acker to half Worcester. A 3-9 punch out or 2-8 punch out. And that's a spare. Doucette. Spare on strike. A strike sandwich. 123 in the ball. Acker's got a lot to clean out. Can't have a bad out here, but he does throw this into the curtain on the second ball. One more coming up. Gap is currently 19, so A+ Accounting does have the marks now to take enough bonus pins to possibly take the lead. The last thing Corey wants to do is give away a gift. He's been so good off the bench here, 1 strike and 2 spares. Gets rid of 3 more pins and gets a 5. Gets an out, probably not the one he wanted. And that's how cruel this sport can be at times. Those fickle pins, the moment you're just that slight bit off, especially when you're bowling against high caliber competition, the pins have a way of just punishing you in the worst way. And now Doucette, a big opportunity, and he takes maximum advantage. The fill is 10, the string is 133, and A+ Accounting, boy, do they know how to substitute, don't they? You remember the legend of Sean Dion from the last finals. Well, now Blake Doucette off the bench here turns the leadoff string into a 133, a 5-mark back half. Deadwood a mile out and giving us all a time to ponder what this string has become. 540 to 536. 1 extra smudge. It belongs to Matt McPhee. Smudge referring to the symbol, I suppose. Academy Lanes did, to their credit, make a good substitution. They had a great first string, a 68-pin advantage. They knew the leadoff spot just wasn't generating, which just sometimes happens to a bowler. Whether it's their fault or not, sometimes you just have to make a change to try and change the dynamics and make sure that you're going, all 5 are producing. They did. But now, even amid this incredible Josh Daley string, the 130's pace of a couple of bowlers now. Nate LeBlanc is close to that. Blake Doucette has crossed that threshold. Daley had the high 5 in the singles qualifier just now in the World Singles. Smashes into this pocket, and both bowlers, Nate and Josh, have an 8 drop. Nate's wood is obscuring the pocket somewhat. Only hits the 8-pin. Opportunity Daley. Gets it skinny on that 6-pin, but it goes. 151 plus through 9. LeBlanc defends the pin. A 10. Pinning is 8 in favor of A+ Accounting. So amid a combined 38 marks, it still could be a question of pins. And that is quality candlepin bowling. So often you have to win on both fronts, both on the marks and on the pins. 1-2-10. Daley seemed like he gave it even more velocity than usual. This wood is going to turn around. This looks pretty good.
What a big turnaround by A+ this string, Greg. Amazing.
It's made it a big finish. That's gone. Nate LeBlanc spares, and now he can cross 140 with ease. Daley spares to respond. 169 plus.
Just simply amazing, this guy. And Nate LeBlanc, pretty good himself. 2 giants in the game.
So now this remains a single-digit lead here. Has to be filled. LeBlanc, yes, he gets it. Perfect. The fill is 10. Your turn, Joshua.
7-10, go down in harmony. 149.
And here comes Daley. His fill is 9. Wood rolling, not dropping. 178 for Josh Daley.
I believe that's a tournament high right now.
Nate LeBlanc just rolled a 149 and got blown out. That's the opposite of what happened the last time.
Wow.
This two-spot comparison for A+ and Academy is prime viewing material. Folks, are we not spoiled to be able to watch this ourselves?
He threw a 170.
I say get the word out about Candlepin bowling, but maybe we're sitting on, a secret little treasure of our own. No, I'd recommend sharing it, the word.
He threw a 483, the U.S. Invitational, was it? No, 483. 478, the U.S. Invitational 2021.
And Justin Corkum steps up in a very interesting situation. A mark against Seaholm changes the complexion, but if Seaholm throws one instead, now Seaholm on a 9-for-9 head pin string, still maintaining near impeccable head pin accuracy, gets rewarded with his 4th strike. That wood was way in front there. And not even the wood push is going to help for Justin. Needs an out.
So just an A+ accounting knocks on the door to take the lead after being down 60+ pins here in the second. Academy Lane says not so fast.
Corkum takes a 7, 108 through 9. Folks, we still have a string left after this. You can always watch on demand after the fact. We hope if you've got time now, hey, this is a primetime blockbuster. But you can always watch on demand after the fact on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. We'll re-upload those earlier streams that got fragmented probably after we're done pushing all these lives out for your viewing pleasure. Corkum gets the 4 horsemen in 10. Seaholm on a strike. 4 horsemen, and only his first head pin miss this string. Can either of these bowlers run down the diagonal? How high will Seaholm's fill go? His team leads by 14, but this has to be filled. Otherwise, Matt McPhee can take advantage on his spare. Corkum does not mark. Good bid on the horseman. Seaholm's try. Runs down perfectly. The fill is 10. And the mark is a spare in 10. Corkum wants this pin. It comes out of the gutter, and that scores 9. 117. We'll check in here. But yes, that will go for 582 versus 607, and it is a 25-pin advantage. Seaholm on a spare. Splits. 6-pin. Wobbling. Not dropping. 5 fill. Jeremy Seaholm 132.
Nate LeBlanc has 291 through 2. And Daley has 308 through 2. Astonishing.
Quite something. I mean, we're going to have some trivial 400s here. And even Jeremy Seaholm. You do not forget Jeremy Seaholm, or you assume his quiet demeanor is quiet on the lanes at your own peril.
No, he's deadly on the lanes. Quiet.
Now Matt McPhee gets 2 on the fill. And is that the moment where Academy Lanes can finally breathe a sigh of relief?
Now no marks on the board for either side right now.
Waters gets a spread eagle, so it turns out to be a pinning duel here. Presuming Academy Lane survives this test, it looks as though that will narrow A+'s path in this second string.
That's a Paul Grant shot.
McPhee sends it through the curtain. Waters, tough split, runs down that diagonal, challenging Matt for the out. McPhee, no, this goes for 5. Might require double strikes, but sometimes a match just gets a certain way where you can't even rule that out. Waters has to wait for the rolling wood by rule. If you're having fun watching this match, please hit the like button if you're logged in. Boy, has this been something to watch, and we've still got one game to go yet. Sure, it looks as though Academy is way out in front, but you have seen the firepower of A-plus accounting. I wouldn't put those 4 points at all firmly in a column. Expertly pinned out by Waters, that's 10. $33 pins. 589, 622. That's what the scoreboard shows as well. McPhee. Somehow light on the head pin. This will be a 3-7 to test him. Waters blows this apart. Nice sleeve. And a great opportunity. McPhee looking for a wild cut in the face of the 3-pin. At least gets the stick. Waters gets rid of the 6-9. His 4th mark. And the fewest any Academy bowler has is 3 in this string. McPhee gets 10. He had a 5 mark 111. A couple of spares he would have wanted to load higher. It was tough going in that first string with all those splits. He is not far off finding the range. Waters splits, and Justin Waters is a 114. Now down to Matt Harnett and Danny Harris. It's tough to think. I mean, both teams are going to roll into the 600s here. Clearly both have a pro caliber lineup as it is. But will A-plus accounting feel compelled to substitute, even though a lot went right for them? Just Academy was just that powerful. Matt Harnett gets stymied by the wood. Harris, 3-pinner, runs through. Plank helps a bit, had to be accurate. And Danny knows how to do it here in Nashua. Pulls out of Olindy's and Quincy. Harnett a 9. A great hidden gem. A lot of pro bowlers hadn't been to Olindy's and Quincy. Great wooden bowling center just tucked away on the south shore of Massachusetts this whole time. A re-rack required on 31. No 10-pin. You see the WON Sports banner. That's our local TV syndicate. Adding many local sports like Candlepin bowling and 10-pin bowling to their portfolio, and a number of other great shows as well. WON Sports. WON TV, for that matter, out of New York. Harris's spare fill is 7. Includes Candlepins for Cancer and the all-new Candlepin skins from our friends over at Candlepin Corner. Micah Imperato and crew do a fantastic job with the tech on corner. I'm curious your thoughts as Harris picks up another spare here. It goes 124 in a ball. I'll be curious your thoughts on one particular thing, what you'll think of the yellow headpin and red circle notations. That's Micah Imperato's way of notating the headpins and splits, essentially. Splits implying the headpin going down. And you all on the international stage will get to see this, and I'll be curious what you think, as it will give you a visual way of seeing how correlated, or not, the headpins are with success for each of these bowlers. Danny Harris 8-fill 132, and we take a look at what has transpired. So A-plus accounting, boy did they make this middle string fun. But in the end, 672 to 618, even though it is very obvious that both teams have the talent, A-plus accounting comes up short to Academy Lanes in this middle string. 672 to 618 in this middle string, and we'll check on the lineup in just a moment. Probably we'll have Paul Grant back on this call. Stand by, this usually takes a bit of a moment. Not too much longer. Maybe not long at all. Okay. Corey Packard is still. Corey Packard will go first, it seems. He's up there on the lanes. That will keep him in the leadoff spot. Taking a look at these teams. I'll have to make this point when I'm less preoccupied, folks, trying to get the new rosters for you. Though I just want to show you the sheer depth of these teams. Academy Lanes, co-captained by Mike Machichi and Josh Daley. Charlie Collins on the bench. His average was north of 120. Jack Berrigan, a new acquisition. Jeremy Seaholm, Danny Harris, Justin Waters. Nick Norcross benching him is quite a talent to bench. Sean Taylor and Corey Packard. Nick Norcross is one of the more recent 200s. And then A-plus accounting, a murder's row of talent and multi-time champions. Todd Harrison, the captain, Cody Bork, Blake Doucette, Justin Corkum, Sean Dion, Gerry Dunn, Matt McPhee, Matt Harnett, and Nate LeBlanc. Underway here, Packard will keep his leadoff spot. Academy keeps the same lineup, and I will check in just a second here. Packard misses off to the right. We see Blake Doucette still up here. He punches out the 2-8. So, Blake Doucette, as soon as I can type, Blake Doucette, Nate LeBlanc, Cody Bork, we do see him now, Matt McPhee, and Justin Corkum going fifth. Yes. Tough going on that half wuss on the punch out for Corey, and he'll have to stick with 7. Doucette still has 2 balls, this for a spare. Coming up, close. 5-pin is going to get bulldozed. 10-pin will not. No, there was a blot on the board, excuse me. Had to prioritize getting that lineup right for you folks. But Doucette, LeBlanc, Bork, McPhee, and Corkum. Straight down the middle for Packard, spread eagle -10. Strike, Blake Doucette. And again, he's just picking right up where he left off. He had 4 marks in that back half, and now in the second box, the 2023 singles champion raking again. Packard looking to pin out. Here they come. Is that going to be 3 at least? Boy, that 2-pin was hit. He can wait until he hits the button, but now he will press the button, and that will be 8. No time limit to when you press the button. Basic rule of Candlepin. But it is true that there is no shot clock. Within reason, we'd all like to get home in time for dinner, but you can wait for the pins if you're not convinced that they are done falling. Now, round 3 between Nate LeBlanc and Josh Daley. Nate LeBlanc on 291, Josh Daley on 308. Who knows what's going to happen next? Maybe nothing close. Maybe even better. Daley seems to prefer the latter. He starts with a 9 drop. LeBlanc, still with the power and the angle, takes out 6. New game, single plank. Stay dialed in. Daley does. Spare in the first to start. Just a 2-pin taken out. Saw the camera get an earthquake jolt there. Got to be careful about that. Boy, I tell you, I could think of one way to ruin this whole experience and have the tripod just come crashing down. I had that happen to me, actually, when we were broadcasting the ICBA Hall of Fame. Boy, that felt like egg on my face. Thankfully, not a tripod in my face. Whoa, Josh Daley strike. And again, he's almost halfway around. I remember he did this in the Pro Series by the time that 10th pin is falling down. And he starts this string identically to the last.
The scary thing, he'll only be 25 next week and a half or so.
Simply incredible. LeBlanc still wants to pin this up for the entire thing out. He thinks he can make that split. He does get a pin, and he gets 9. Some will say make sure of that pin, but some just really want to see that split go. Gosh darn it.
Imagine he gets a 190, gets 500. I wouldn't put it past him the way he's throwing that ball. Just otherworldly. Long odds, but boy, I'm telling you, this guy. He could be another one of these 200, 500, 800 bowlers eventually.
And his high single is north of that. He's also right in front of my face, and I do not want to jinx him. Seaholm drops 8, 2-4. Cody Bork newly substituted in, 6-7-10.
Next match, Able Construction. Maria subs to wrap up day 2. Tomorrow morning back at 9 a.m. Eastern Time at 10 o'clock Atlantic.
Do you have the Bork bio sheet by any chance?
Yes. Sorry.
Appreciate it. 2-4. Off target. He just got by that one. Cody Bork out of Brunswick Lanes from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Bork sweeps this over. Nice conversion. 6-7-10 Wood way out in front. That's well played. That was at an awkward angle. Cody makes short work of it. Seaholm content with 10. And again, close start to this string.
Cody from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. He's going to be turning 30 in December. He's a 120 league bowler, 126 peak average for a season. High single 189, a high triple of 473, high 5 710. Brunswick Lanes, 25 years of Candlepin bowling. Been to the World Semifinals several times. Won the World Singles title in 2014.
Bork gets the 3-1 split. We are on Facebook. We have presence on Facebook as well, even though most of our streams this week will be on YouTube. In fact, all of them will be. But check us out on Facebook as well. Like and follow, or follow, as we post a lot of our announcements over there. Either way, Nico Pujar, our social media manager, we are very thankful for his work with social media and with the shorts creation as well. It's brought this channel even further along, and we thank him and everyone who's made this channel the success it has. Seaholm a 9-box. And Bork a 9.
So Matt Harnett taking the string off.
It was a tough one for him, to be sure. But I have a feeling it's just a lull in his case.
Yeah, just take a match off, get his batteries recharged for the next match. 9 strings a day.
Matt McPhee and Justin Waters. Justin Waters with a 138 and a 114. Seem to be struggling, but if 114 is his struggle string, you can tell there's a lot of mechanical ability in there. And he does strike, sweeping out the 5-pin from behind. This is possible here at Leda. We've seen a lot of pins get tripped up from behind. 3, 4, 6, 7. McPhee's gap between the 3 and 4 seems blocked by this wood. I'm worried it might deflect everything away. Can his power overcome it? 3-4, 3-6, excuse me. All the action going left to right, nothing unfortunately comes off the wall. Had it done, maybe that was the shot. That should have been pin perfect, but instead rings the 7 and gets a 9.
How about Justin Corkum in the anchor spot for A-plus accounting? Now 24-12 up to date. Academy Lanes goes to 29-7 after those first 2 string wins.
And this may very well be a top 2 comparison. Still too early to tell, but it's possible. And remember, whoever gets first in each division gets a 2-round bye and only thus is 2 steps away.
The Mass team on the other side of the room lost their first string earlier. They were down that second string. I'll check on that in just a moment for you.
From the team's championship. One split, a 7, 9, and 10 that is for Justin Waters. 5 pieces of wood on the deck. Goes for one of the back pieces, skips that wood in front. 3 and 1. McPhee wilts the 6 pin into the sidewall, no go for either bowler. Waters' strike fill is 9. And the box is 10. McPhee takes 9. Ball descends from the heavens but doesn't go. 5 splits in the early going for A-plus accounting. So really the head pin accuracy is there.
Greg, Rich Lamoni's Hatchemen have upset the Mass team, the first 2 strings, stopping the undefeated streak.
The Leda Lanes team, yes.
Yep.
A lot of firepower on that team. I believe, if memory serves, Jack Berrigan was on that team, but now here he is with Team Academy Lanes.
Did you get Maria subs yesterday, the last shift, and today we get him the last shift again.
A fun way to end the day.
Mike Brown, the captain of Able Construction, next, featuring Glenn Murphy, Garrett Martin, Lucas Nickerson, Sean Bernard, Chris Cooper, Ryan Cox, Paul Yeaton, possibly Darren Martin. Maria subs John Zappi, the captain, Craig Holbrook, Bob Wickham, Hall of Famers, John Winchell, Sean Baker, Brian Fuller Jr., Brian Mayer, Aaron Spiller, Tim the Tornado Douglas, Brian Feast on their roster. That's our next match.
Someone's going to have to chase that ball. The ball return there. Everything's still on the rails, though, as it were. If I say as it was one more time, I think I become Harry Styles. This is the 3rd ball for Corkum. And the anchor delivers an 8-box. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Greg Gouillart alongside Paul Grant. Bob Lee with the setup on the other side. Live stream does not appear operational, but the recording very much is. And we look forward to having that for you as soon as possible uploaded here on YouTube. Danny Harris, the 1, 8, and 10. Justin Corkum. Taking a look here, same thing, ball return. Two divisions of 12 teams. Top 5 based on these points, 2 per string, 2 for total. And tie broken by pinfall, advance to the playoffs. I got it wrong earlier, interdivision playoffs. Left 2 plays right 5, left 3 plays right 4, left 4, right 3, left 5, right 2. And the higher seed keeps their side and the lower seed has to travel. The 1 seed kicks in only 2 rounds down, getting that 2-round bye. Corkum's second bite at the apple here, a head pin here. Will deliver a spare, and he's got it. Head pin is the lowest statistical rate in our Candlepin Bowling Network stats. My theory is that's simply because if you miss the head pin the first time, you're more likely to be off your accuracy And thus you're more likely to miss a single pin the second time because it didn't show the accuracy on the first ball. I have 96 to 113. Taking a look here, it looks as though that first box will actually be scored a 7 for Corkum. And thus the score looks like this, 95 to 113. Extra spare on the side of A+ accounting, so really this is a lead of about a dozen pins if you assume an average spare is about 6.5. Bob Lee, our executive producer at the onset of this network, really took his time to come up with a lot of statistics of pro bowlers from shows from yesteryear. Perhaps a lot of the New England shows, in fairness. I'm not sure he had access to a lot of the Maine and Canada tapes. But nonetheless was able to come up with what he felt was a good representative sample of shots. And he came up with, what an average spare fill is, how likely you are to get a strike when you hit the head pin, about 11%. Doucette dances the head pin, doesn't work out, 8. So those are the stats we work with. It'd be nice to be able to automatically capture these statistics. It'd be tough for us human beings to do. And I'm not sure if you ask ChatGPT, the artificial intelligence really understands Candlepin. Though there was an interesting post in Candlepin chat about that recently. Good Facebook group I'm a part of. Kevin Burns on our team admins as well. But nonetheless, it would be great if stat collection were a little easier to do, even though it's tougher to do with the wood on the plate, creating an infinite array of spare leaves. And leaves in the 10 for the 10 box, which Packard just barely gets, grazing that pin. Three strings, 37 to 25 here. Third string of 3. Here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Lanes 31 and 32. And Doucette has the 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9. Packard had 3 marks in the previous string. That was somehow least on the team. Packard, an integral part of that 2022 championship. Josh Daley, who was leading the way completely in the string for the team, was not a part of that 2022 championship. He, Charlie Collins, and Jack Berrigan would all love to be a part of that success. One thing while Corey's waiting on, I believe, a ball retrieval, thank you so much to Rob Henderson of Team McLaughlin's for sharing one of the team's many victories, in this case the 2007 victory, on our channel. And it was McLaughlin's versus A+ accounting. And yes, McLaughlin's won that match. You wonder why they were so eager to share it. But what a great dynasty that team was. Rob Henderson anchored that team. And thank you, Davey Summerton of that team, now bowling on Outlaw Rides, for picking that up. Got to get that DVD back to Nova Scotia somehow. Maybe one day I'll have the chance to visit one of those fine centers over there. 9 for Doucette. 8 for Packard. So the pace of marks slowing down from the frenetic pace it was in the first 2. Consider we've had 37 marks from A+ accounting, 48 from Academy Lanes. Pinning is lopsidedly in Academy Lanes' favor, 33 in their favor. They're starting to open up a pinning advantage here. So keep an eye on that third ball, because even in such a dynamic match full of marks, pins can make the difference. And right now, Academy Lanes, though I don't think pinning has reversed any of these outcomes, it sure doesn't hurt. Splits for each of these bowlers. Nate LeBlanc is a 2, 4, 6, and 10. 2, 4. Any roll off the wall? Not quite. Daley's got wood behind the left wing. Tries to play the right wing, hoping something would snap into it. There's a 10 for Nate. So a 7 fill and a 10 box for Daley. And there you see the situation. Already still a lot of splits here. So 2 each now for LeBlanc, Bork, and McPhee. Good to see you, Alexander. Thanks so much. Hey, whatever there is, I will be happy to come by and visit. Only made it as far as New Brunswick. Daley, uh-oh, that's a 5-7-10. A little confession, I actually packed a t-shirt, one of my many, as I prepared for the week here, and accidentally, but a delightful accident, where I packed one of my gray t-shirts, and to my surprise, it was actually one of the Drome by Trailway, one of the old Bola-Drome shirts at the bowling center in Fredericton, New Brunswick. That was a delight to go see. Great tap room as well. My only regret was not getting the Candlepin Kolsch there. Great brewery in addition to maintaining the great classic lanes. 9 and a 10. Daley and LeBlanc. I've been reliably informed that house is a very, very difficult house. And true to form, we only came away with 1 mark, and it was not mine. Good job, Kalen. You filled it with 1, but you're still awesome for that. Cody Bork and Jeremy Seaholm. Bork had that spare earlier. I'm going to really work for this. This ball gets away. There was a discussion of which bowling cliche would you take out of the vocabulary. And one of the candidates was, hey, that's a spare leave. Seaholm gets a strike. There's nothing left on that spare leave. But yeah, hey, it's all there for you. And to be fair, it does offer better odds than a spread eagle. Bork carves apart a bunch and now can at least get 9 with another pin here. Eight box for Bork. Matches start every day, 3 matches a day. We started yesterday on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. Remember, the 3rd match on Friday is the start of the playoffs, and then all day Saturday, with the remaining 2 matches followed by the World's Final, with the 2 teams that survive. Oh boy. So despite getting the head pin, Seaholm ends up with a worse leave. Cody Bork 1-3. To be fair, Cody Bork was part of that split club earlier, so maybe this is karma coming back around. And we got those 1 at a time, didn't he? But that's a good shot all the same, and we mark it a spare all the same. Seaholm, good crack at that. The fill is 9. And a 9 as well. Other cliches people proposed removing. Okay, sit on 1, referring to a bowler getting a mark and then having to sit down on that mark, like Cody Bork is doing. In fact, he has, quote, sat on 1. To be amply clear, he has sat on a mark. I think my least favorite one, and I'm so sorry to my teammates who I appreciate every single time, but I think my least favorite one is, in my case, is a mediocre 90s bowler in Ryan Mill as a fast house anyway, so even lower. When someone says, after I shank the first 2 balls, okay, down the middle now, Greg. Oh, thanks, mate. I was going to try the gutter next. McPhee a 4-1 washout. Close, almost got his pocket there, and instead blows out the rest to butt the head pin. Waters, got the back 3 of the diamond. You know, that's an incredible shot. Quite similar to that triangle and 10 pin he got earlier. A 10 box for Matt McPhee. Waters can't match, but is in front by 10 pins. 170, 194, that's still the margin there. 24 pins, but minus 2 marks. Cody Bork picked up that 1-3. Academy Lanes favored, but not nearly by as much as the margins we were seeing earlier. A+ Accounting, one of the big favorites here, currently stuck with a 0 against the team that is just doing that little bit more. Strike. Waters has another one. 4 for 4 on the head pin. And now 2 strikes. Very similar to Jeremy Seaholm's head pin accuracy, which, by the way, has also wavered very little. He's only missed 1 head pin in this string. McPhee does not mark. And now Waters garnishing his 9 spare start to this match with 2 strikes. 9 for McPhee. Pinning gap is only 4 right now, so really most of this lead is explained by the extra strikes. 4 already for Academy Lanes. 4 strikes and 1 spare for Academy Lanes. 1 strike, 3 spares for A+ Accounting. Only 1 mark different. Justin Corkum. Paul was very keen to see how he would do in the anchor spot. Let's take a look. That's a nice delivery there. That's 9. So a 19 box, I guess he's settling in just fine. Thank you very much. Harris spills 9-2. 3 pin and a 9 pin, similar. Same column. Ooh, that goes. Ooh, it helicopters through. Justin Corkum, 19 and another. Danny Harris, yes. Harris all the pins down through 3. Now a mark. 16 pins. I'm looking at Micah again in chat. Mike Imperato, looking forward to working with you in the finals. I'll finish that thought in just a moment. Justin Corkum first on the spare fill. Blows apart 6. 15 bonus pins. In past 2. Danny Harris spread eagle. Coming away empty. Now Corkum in the lead on this frame. We had a weird joke, and of course it's Duncan MacDougall humor when paired with mine, saying, well, every spare leaf is in superposition. Either it's gone or it isn't. It's made and it isn't until you deliver the ball. Corkum lands on the former side of that superposition. Before Candlepin gets 2 quantum, let's go over to Danny Harris, trying to pin out 2 of these 6 pins. 3 more still to get as the wood vanishes. Nice out. 6 becomes 9. And we take a look. Through 4 boxes of this latter string, 214 to 227. 2 marks to 1, outstanding for A+ Accounting. That score is confirmed. I saw it through all the shoulders. Standing room only here at Leda Lanes, as all the bowlers encourage everyone. A lot of energy directed forwards at your teammate on the lanes. See ya, Corey Packard with a strike. And now 5 strikes for Academy Lanes, having only just started the 5th. Doucette, 3-1 split. That was highly unlikely even for a talented bowler like him. 9-box. Quite comically, when he went up against Fenway Academy, he got paired with another Doucette. The American Jason Doucette, not to be confused with the Canadian Jason Doucette. I say Duncan MacDougall's name and he appears. It's magic. Packard. Powerful ball, jammed it into the foul line. 1-3-7-8. Plank is there, so at least it connects. In theory, a 1-3 pocket hit should still take this. Problem is, Packard's ball, I always try to figure out where he really wants to aim it, but I think on a full rack he would rather go on the 1-2 since he delivers it from the left side. I predict this will be difficult. Though maybe if he hits it on the outside of the 1 pin in his ball, instead he misses it just. Getting the 8 on the strike, at least he shaded it to the safe side and got the pins loaded on it. 51.5. Just a question of pins at this point. Thank you for spending any part of your day you can. What a fantastic tournament every year. The Men's International Candlepin Championships. A 10-box for Corey Packard here at Leda Lanes. I do hope to have the opportunity to cover the 20-string Easter Classic, an annual tournament that also draws an international contingent. A 10-box for Doucette. Nate LeBlanc and Josh Daley. This head pin just barely gets hit. All the damage was done behind the head pin, behind the time the head pin fell. Check mark left side, Nate LeBlanc. Being half French myself, I almost feel dirty not saying it with more of a French accent. Gone. Daley 3 marks in the half, head pin perfect. Nate carves through the middle of the check mark. And he gets the half. Half of the pins, more than half, in fact, for the 9. So 45, no mark, half. Next up on this streaming side, Maria Subs versus Abel. Yes, that is the second feature of Maria Subs. You would think we would get a lot of these teams twice around if the scheduling is what it is. Maybe it'll be slightly more or less. Not all the teams can be featured twice mathematically. But it'll be great to see that team again. A lot of question of will Craig Holbrook bowl? We didn't see him. He's been going through a bit of an upper body injury. We'll have to check in on that. Oop. No worries. And spare. LeBlanc on the board. Getting an extra mark, keeping A+ accounting to within about 3 or so. Daley grabs 1 pin. That'll be 8. Oops. There we go. Pinning within 3 in this string. Most of the advantage generated by the extra marks, the extra strikes in particular, of Team Academy Lanes. An extra mark and then all of those marks being strikes stacks up just enough for Academy Lanes to enjoy effectively a teens-sized lead. Seaholm, 1, 2, 4, and 8. Bork filling to cut the gap. 7, and it's a 19-pin string. Still 4 points on the line. No massive progress towards total, so Academy Lane's looking good for that. And Seaholm tacks on another mark. That's his 11th mark. 57 plus at the half. Let's see which side Bork goes to. He'll try the left side. Maybe wanted more of that left wood just in case it could go against the wall. I'm not sure if hitting it low would have generated a lot of action and have generated that snap that he was really after. A 10 box for Bork. Trying to pull up something here for you folks. There we go. I'll have something in just a second here. Jeremy Seaholm a 7 fill. 64 at the half. Come on, 4-pin. Or not. Bork has the 1-4-7. Off target on the 3-pinner. One pin just away from the 4-7. So a 10 for Seaholm. Forgive me just reciting scores a second here. Bork has an 8. Taking a look here. So the 2023 champion, of course, A+ accounting. 2019 as well. Going back 2019, 2017, and 2015, Kingswood Mooseheads. The victors there. Chris Ryder, Corey Smith, Calvin Locke, Jamie Boyle, Justin Jones, Matt Cormier, Corey Jones, Scott Estabrooks, Mike Hall, and Danny McPhee, part of that 2019 team. Justin Waters on a spare, gets 4. On a strike, excuse me. A split for McPhee. Seven on the strike for Waters. 2015. Jamie Boyle, Peter Kidney, Calvin Locke, Justin Jones, Eric McGuigan, Corey Smith, Matt Cormier, Corey Jones, and Brian Bernacchi's. That was when it was hosted at Kingswood, in fact. Then a 9-box and an 8-box for McPhee and Waters. Let's make sure amid my trip down memory lane that we get the string total correct, 286 to 320. Just for completeness sake, folks, let's read off 2017 Kingswood Mooseheads. Calvin Locke, Corey Smith, Eric McGuigan, Jamie Boyle, Justin Jones, Michael Hall, Sean Dion, Tom McDonald, and Peter Kidney. Punched through McPhee. Half-Worcester workout close for Waters, leaves the corners full. McPhee, just one of the pins out. So Academy maintaining their advantage here, 9 marks to 7. A lot of explosive strikes, and that's pretty much how the string has gone. So again, just hanging onto that advantage. Now the pin's getting picked apart here. That's a very good pin defense by McPhee. Really deserved that 9-pin to drop as well. But down comes the sweep, and that's an 8. So it comes down to Justin Corkum here, who is on a 3-mark series. Danny Harris has the 1. Harris 7 pins down. Nope, make that 8, and that's a good one to drop because the 9-10 looks pretty well covered, even by this double wood. That should be fine. Gorgum into the head pin thin. All right. Well, the 6 pin would count on the mark if it goes, makes the leave tougher. Get 6. Harris picks this up. It does indeed cover. 2 marks in the past 3. Just another one for Academy. Can Corkum make it 4th straight? Has to spin something over the 7 pin. Bumps and releases. There it is. Yes. Twirled over past the 8 spot into the 7 spot, 4 straight. So fills of 9, 6, 6 and another for Corkum as he works on a possible 70s half. Ooh, this head pin goes, and Danny Harris is a strike on spare. Piling it on. Danny Harris, 14 marks in his anchor position. He has such a carefree, jovial demeanor, and then absolutely destructive on the other end of the lanes. Corkum on a 4-mark series. There he goes. On the 2 pin, ooh dear. Well, he does get to his 70 half in a disappointing fashion, but a great half nonetheless. Candlepin Bowling Network, live coverage of Worlds all week long here at Leda Lanes, Nashua. Greg Gouillart on the call. Got scared a moment. I thought I'd lost my monitor. Thank goodness. This is for the out. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. Good. Almost perfect. It'll go for 9. So, what have we here? 39 pins up, 321, 360. Yes, that's confirmed. Danny Harris, the only one with a strike. Don't check that. Nate LeBlanc, I got to put the smudge on his side as well. 1-1 on the open marks. 39 in favor of Academy Lanes as the marks are 11-8. And the pinning 7 in favor of Academy Lanes, essentially generating another one. A+ fair lanes, the most recent until the 2023 victory, of course. I believe this would be the most recent iteration of the team before their most recent victory. I will check in on that. Oh, 2014, of course. They had a victory then as well. Doucette 4 horsemen. Packard splits 3, 5, 7, 10. I'm going through photos of the trophy. I know this is taking some time, but I want to make sure you all see this. Well, hear it anyway. Packard, this would be something. Boy, the 3, 7, 10, and the ball vanishes before it can hit the 5. 2014 A+ accounting. Gerry Dunn, Chris McGrady. There's a name I cannot make out. I'm very sorry. Mitch is the first name. I know that one. Scott Estabrooks, Matt Harnett, Matt McPhee, Nate LeBlanc. And Todd Harrison. Well worked out by Packard for that 10. Mitch Seary. I figured that out from the 2012 plaque, just the one over yonder. $2,710 for Doucette. Jordan, to answer your question, obviously you and all the Pro Bowlers know it alternates countries. Now you all fine folks out there know as well. It's not yet announced, but given that the lopsidedly most likely Canadian location would be Fairlanes in Moncton, New Brunswick, one could reasonably speculate that will probably be where it will be held in 2025. We also know that the women's international competitions will be here, Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Packard looking to solidify the Academy advantage. Can't do it. Glance the head pin around. $10 for Doucette. And 10 for Packard. Yeah, Mitch Siri, I caught up to that one eventually. Congratulations. It is so tough to keep your energy up throughout this whole week of bowling. A great celebration of our international pastime and present time here in Northeast North America. Why do you bowl this much? Well, it's the best chance we've got to do it all together while we're all on one side of the border or the other. That was down even if it didn't wilt in the gutter. Nate LeBlanc fills that with 5. Josh Daley, 1-9-10. Ooh, this breaks up hard, and LeBlanc can only hope for a 9 at this point. Tough going here, 12 splits. Academy generating just a few more advances on the head pin. 6 more head pins by my count. 8 for LeBlanc. Daley only missed his first head pin just now and takes 10. 10, I meant to say, before my power of words escaped me. Academy Lanes came into this match 1 point ahead of A+ Accounting and now is 5 ahead. Four horsemen right side for Nate LeBlanc. Daley, 9 pin, gone. One of the bowlers looking on saying that 9 pin's as good as gone with his power. 99 plus 2 through 8. LeBlanc 9 or 10. We'll post the standings as soon as possible. Nate LeBlanc has a 10. 29 pins up. So, we do seem to have a bit of a lull here where A+ has hit 2 marks in the past visit. Now is starting this one with only 1. Where will the spark come from? It could very easily, of course, come from Justin Corkum with 4 marks. Cody Bork has 2 marks as well. Maybe he's good for it. He'll have to uncut this diamond to do it. Jeremy Seaholm. He's been quietly destructive, and he just dumped his 6th strike. 2 per string on average. Check that, make it literally. Off target on the diamond is Bork. And an 8 for Bork. It's basically been alternate possession of the trophy, excluding the COVID years of 2020 and 2021 when this was not an international competition and could not be for health and safety reasons. Cody Bork, 4 horsemen, and 1-2-4 for Seaholm, starting off on that strike fill. But 2023 A+, 2022 Academy Lanes, skip back pre-COVID, Kingswood Mooseheads 2019, and 2018 Academy Lanes, 2017 Kingswood, 2016 Lucky Strike. Seaholm 9-fill on this strike, speaking of. And then starts a streak of 4 straight, or ends a streak of 4 straight going backwards. 10-box Bork and 9-box Seaholm. Kingswood Mooseheads 2015, then Halifax McLaughlin's in 2013 gets one on the tail end to cap off a dynasty of, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 within the span of less than a decade. And then tack on one more for a 7th McLaughlin's 2013, the 2007 victory available on Candlepin Bowling Network, with many, many thanks to Rob Henderson for the opportunity to digitize your DVD of that great moment. 2007 Men's World. You can search that video on Candlepin Bowling Network. 4-2. I want to see this leaf go. It's pretty when it does. Justin Waters 2-5. Matt McPhee in there on the head pin. You see, that's the dynamic action it almost takes. 4. Pin is all that stands, and Waters gets the spare to pile on. 83 in a ball. McPhee completes the 10. 83 in a ball from 7. Waters is marked as a strike at the moment. That's better. Now it's correct. I'm not biased for anybody, even as an American. I'm just biased against the pins. McPhee blows apart 9, thank you very much. Waters, look at this. However, that's going to be 8. So 9 plus 3 extra marks, and you see how this match is turning out. McPhee a chance to get the single here, and gets it. So a second mark here in this visit. First one of the string for McPhee, who's having a tough go of it. So some tinkering still to be done with A+ accounting. After all, this could be a repeat matchup. And you never know, things could be a lot different a few days down the line. You heard Nate LeBlanc earlier, the team's just trying to stay loose, and never a blame game even when things aren't going well right now. That's the mindset of a championship team, and why this team and Academy Lanes are so strong. Now, where's this 3-pin going? It takes out the 6. Could be worse for Corkum. The wood isn't sat perfectly within the 1 and the 10, but still, the cap could travel through. Danny Harris in the head pin, goodbye for a double strike. And the hits keep on coming. Now he could very well go 400. Justin Corkum a spare. So who is Academy's leadoff? That's basically the only mystery to solve here. Meanwhile, Danny Harris has tacked on the 9th strike for Academy Lanes. It seemed a matter of time that one would be doubled up. That was very interesting in Maria Sub's victory against Lucky Strike, is how Lucky Strike actually had more strikes, but Maria Subs had more doubles. That's just the way it goes. Corkum 5. Not the 9-pin. Not the 9-pin. Hello again. Looks like the stream had a problem. Good to see you all again. This blank is easy as pie for Harris. Spare on strike. Still some issues here, but we are recording, even if the bandwidth is not perfect. A 9-box for Corkum. 103 through 8, a very solid string, but Academy Lanes going nuts here. Almost a 200 pin margin. One championship team against another. It had flashes of being close, and now suddenly the margin is just out of control. And now it's a question of how high do we go? Josh Daley can pin out 427, even if he completely blew the strike fill. Nate LeBlanc in the 2 spot could pin out 389. Danny Harris no longer requires a mark for 400. He can pin out 406 even if he didn't fill. Simply incredible scores all the way around. That's off the wall. Packard gets this. 6 into 5. And Doucette gets his own parallel pins going straight back. So now the leadoff bowlers having a say as well. Doucette 3 marks, Packard 2. Doucette has been strong overall in relief. And even though this match seems lopsided now, seems as though A+ accounting is not far off. Maybe, whether the bowlers will agree or not, maybe there's some degree of discouragement when just nothing goes your way and everything like this 9 drop and 9 fill goes the way of Academy Lanes. That complexion can change when a match starts off completely differently. And this performance now is no guarantee of any possible future rematch. It'll be the only time these two teams meet in the round robin, inherent to the round robin format. But though Packard is piling on another spare here, who's to say if these two teams were to converge again that it would go the same way? Could one of them be off against another team and get upset earlier? Blake Doucette ends up with 115 in a string he bowled in his own right. A strong substitution with 4 marks, so he basically got 7 marks in a protracted 15 boxes worth. Packard off the foul line somewhat, and he's got 3. 113. Just looking here, if I understand correctly, the count is currently 21. The USA has won 21 team victories, and Canada has won 16 now. Not much different at all, dating back to the history of this World's Tournament, back to 1985. And it's probably because Margam Supply of Massachusetts had their thumb on the scale and won the first 4 through 85 through 88, excuse me. Hanwell Lanes, New Brunswick broke the trend finally when they got a victory in 1993. LeBlanc gets the spare. Daley does not. Should be an 8 fill and a 9 box, I'll confirm. Yes, it is. 116. I had someone look over the monitor and say, oh, wow, thinking this match would be a lot closer. Just an incredible show of force, and Josh Daley able to pin out 434 at the front of it all. There's a reason he gets jokingly booed when he wins yet another thing. He's won the first 2 Pro Series stop in New England. Nate LeBlanc strike on spare. Josh Daley, ho-hum, he got a spare. His series is 434 plus this ball for the 3 strings. Nate LeBlanc will go over 400 himself. 399 plus plus. The standard is just getting raised year over year. Maybe COVID had a slight interruption, but it seems as though we're increasingly picking up where we left off. Josh Daley 132 and a 440. Nate LeBlanc still filling the strike. He's guaranteed at least a 407. Bounces this one off the line in 8 fill. Nate LeBlanc 407 for the triple. One mark up on each side. 494 to 570. Jeremy Seaholm on 383. Not out of the 400 question either. If he could get rid of this triangle, he's got a good shot at it. Cody Bork has to get 7 pins out. Good. That triangle goes as one. Maybe another Candlepin cliche we have to look into. Not a bad one, though. Strung together, I've heard. Fantastic crowd. Another different stream will start here, also on Candlepin Bowling Network with the next match. Maria Subs versus Abel. $94 through 9 for Bork. And now a 200 pin total difference for Academy Lanes. Reminds me of the 2022 finals. They were just consistently pulling ahead of Team Lucky Strike. Gone. That's the one Cody Bork will remember at the end. He's got a strike. 104 plus 2. 11 strikes overall for A+ Accounting and 38 spares. Almost at the end of this. 5-pin cluster. Seaholm close. Does not work out. Wouldn't have had a chance at 400 even if it did, but a tremendous series nonetheless. 388. So all 8 match points over to Academy Lanes, and now they will open up a 9-point margin in the standings. And one has to wonder if this will remain the 1-2 matchup at this point. The two teams not really lifting each other up. Not how it should be. Bork has a chance at a double. He's got it. There we go. We'll put the spare smudge on screen. 114 and a ball in the 10th. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Candlepin Bowling Network, over 3,500 subscribers. It's not a farce. I am seriously in disbelief and in deep gratitude for you all, as are the bowlers. 117 for Bork. Down to Matt McPhee. A+ Accounting lined with singles champion talents. In the World Singles Competition, Chris Ryder, the champion this year. Captain of Prosperity U, we saw them earlier. Waters. Crossed over, see ya, King swept out anyway. Fond memories of all those matching strikes. For the longest time, they were just going tete-a-tete. McPhee 4-fill on the spare. And even though it was lopsided, it was a ton of fun along the way. That goes for 8. 86 through 9. A split for Waters. No longer on the... Yep, that's right. Excuse me. Would want pins on this strike. We're in a more competitive situation. He'll take 7. Nice bounce back spare for McPhee. 96 and a ball. Not the standard he's accustomed to. Now Waters gets 9. I think So 4 more. Wonders to take that strike smudge away, of course. For 100. Taking a look here. A lot more head pins. I think the head pins getting started from the first ball just allowed Academy Lane's success to trickle down from there. Harris has his 3rd strike of the string. And this just keeps on going, and now he's on 142 plus, a tremendous string. This keeps going. Justin Corkum has his 1st strike and his 6th mark of the string. 113 plus 2. It's just that it was everybody on Academy. So much talent on both teams. I really appreciate you all watching. Stay tuned on Candlepin Bowling Network. Paul Grant will be back. And Bob Lee dutifully working to get you Division I left division coverage as fast as possible, if not live in this moment. Both on strikes. Neither follows up with the head pin. Harris's strike fill is 9. Fills of 10, 19, 10, 10, and 9 in Harris's string. Plus that spare 4 from earlier, can't forget that. A 6 fill for Corkum. And at 9 box caps off, the fill's already in there. 9 box, 160 for Danny Harris. A 9 box and a very respectful handshake all around. 576 to 659 should be the final. I actually showed as 577. We'll check in. Yep, 1 extra pin to somebody. Hard to see it anyway. Before I got too bogged down in the weeds, so we're 1 pin off somewhere, but you see it here, 659 for Academy Lanes, north of a 130 average, and a big-time win. We'll award all 4 points for total and the final string, and there you see it, 8-0 as the final. Match number 5 ending soon. Match number 6 coming on up. We'll see you soon. Bye for now. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss our next stream.